This is Retro Sports Radio. Visit RetroSeasons.com for more sports history.
The upstart World Football League only played one full season in 1974 before folding halfway through their 1975 season. The league featured many NFL stars that jumped or extended their career by playing in the WFL. On November 21, 1974, the league's Western Division champion Southern California Sun hosted the second-place Hawaiian team during the opening quarterfinal round of the 1974 playoffs. This is the local Hawaiian radio broadcast featuring announcer Mel Proctor.
It's time for Hawaiians football warm-up on KGM Super B.
Everyone, Mel Proctor speaking to you from the Big A in Anaheim, California, Anaheim Stadium, where tonight the Hawaiians meet the Southern California Sun in the first-round World Football League playoff game. And the on-again, off-again playoffs are finally underway tonight, and all of the teams involved have put their problems aside and are now concentrating on winning football games. In a game already underway in Orlando, the Florida Blazers are meeting the Philadelphia Bell in a nationally televised game. The winner will meet Memphis next Friday in Memphis. Here at Anaheim, the Hawaiians meet the Southern California Sun. The winner of this game will go on to meet Birmingham next Wednesday in either Birmingham or possibly in Hawaii if the Hawaiians win tonight. The Hawaiians and the Sun have already played twice during the regular season. Southern California won the first game 38-31 during the first week of the season here at Anaheim. And 3 weeks ago in Honolulu Stadium, the Hawaiians gained a measure of revenge, beating the Sun 29-8. Tonight's game will feature Southern California, the Western Division winner with a 13-7 record, against the strong finishing Hawaiians, who were 9-11 overall, good for second place in the West, and who went 7-3 during the second half of the season. The Sun also went 7-3, but they lost 3 of their last 4 ball games. And tonight's game will feature 2 of the best passing attacks in the league. Southern California, the top-ranked passing club, led by rookie quarterback Tony Adams, who before this game received a trophy as the Sun's most valuable player this season. And the Hawaiians are led by the veteran Randy Johnson, who's completed over 57% of his passes since joining the team, and wide receiver Tim Delaney, the leading pass catcher in the league, with 89 receptions for 1,232 yards and 8 touchdowns. And we'll have more pregame activity in a moment.
If you're looking for a way to put a great tire on your car for a very low price, listen to this. Firestone stores and participating dealers have put discount prices on the Deluxe Champion polyester core tires. You pay only $18.90 for size B 7813 Blackwall, plus federal excise tax of $183 per tire and your old tire. Discount prices on all sizes, black walls and white. Figure it this way. Depending on size, you can put on a set of 4 tires for anywhere from $21 to $31 below our regular prices, and Firestone mounts them free. Use your Firestone revolving charge or any one of 5 nationally known charge cards. Firestone Smooth Riding Deluxe Champion. Discount prices now. Firestone, Firestone, Firestone.
Football teams are taking part in the game down on the field right now. The Santa Ana All-Americans and the Tustin Bobcats as the band moves out to the edge of the field. Southern California coach Tom Pierce has been complaining all week long about his injury situation. He says his club is in its worst physical condition of the year. Running back James McAllister, the team's leading receiver and second leading rusher, is out of this ball game with knee and ankle problems. The Sun's second leading pass catcher, Dave Williams, has a sprained ankle. Number 1 rusher, Kermit Johnson, has a pinched nerve in his neck. Their top defensive tackle, Dave Roller, has a bruised thigh. Starting tight end, Dave Marks, a bad back. And quarterback Tony Adams has a sore arm. And all but McAllister will play, so it sounds a little bit like a hospital report. But don't feel sorry for Tom Pierce. He's a veteran coach who's been in pro ball for many years, and the Hawaiians coaches who know him feel that he's been known to exaggerate in injury situations in order to get his opponent to let down his guard. The Hawaiians, too, have a couple of injuries coming into this game, but nothing too serious. Defensive tackle Ron E. strained his knee last week, and running back Vinnie Clements has an ailing shoulder. They will both play. Also, linebacker Dave Ulrich broke a small bone in back of his thumb. He was operated on. They put a pin in the thumb and he's playing with a fiberglass cast that will be encased in rubber tonight, but all three of those players will play. Despite all of the problems, all of the distractions in the last week, the Hawaiians are ready for this ball game. They really feel that they can beat any team in the league. And they're ready to go out and do just that tonight as they meet the Southern California Sun. And Hawaiians football warm-up continues shortly.
Say, I'd like to report an immovable object.
Oh, an immovable object? Okay, where did you see this immovable object?
It was on the corner of Whitehall and Kapiolani. 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 3 garages, 2 large holes in the ground.
2 large holes in the ground. How long has it been immovable?
About 6 months, no movement. Could you use your secret weapon on it?
So, well, our secret weapon's pretty busy these days, but, tell you what we'll do. If you can sing our song...
Real Estate 1 is the one. That one?
That's the one. Consider it done.
If you'd like to report an immovable object, call Real Estate 1 today.
Real Estate 1 is the one. Real Estate 1 is the one.
Offices in Kailua, Kahala, Eva, and Mililani Town.
One more time!
Real Estate 1 is the one. Real Estate 1 is the one.
Offices in Kailua, Kahala, Eva, and Mililani Town.
Tonight's game should be an interesting matchup, with the Sun first in passing against the Hawaiians defense that in the second half of this season has been the WFL's best. With the addition of veterans like defensive backs Willie Williams and Chuck Detweiler, and linebackers like Jim Snidecki, John Douglas, and Adrian Young, in the last 10 games, the Hawaiians have allowed an average of just 98.4 yards per game. That's the best figure in the league. And the keys as far as the Hawaiians are concerned as they move on to the field, they have to keep pressure on quarterback Tony Adams. He was sacked 6 times in the last meeting between these two teams, and he completed just 6 out of 19 passes, and he had 2 intercepted. So they will have to keep the pressure on Mr. Adams tonight. They also have to contain Kermit Johnson, who has rushed for over 1,000 yards this year. Offensively, Randy Johnson has to continue his hot passing. Last time against the Sun, he hit on 17 of 32 for over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. So it'll be the Hawaiians who will be taking their first step towards a possible World Football League title tonight. And stay tuned as the Hawaiians meet the Southern California Sun.
You've been listening to Hawaiians Football Warm-Up on KGM Super B.
It's all out there. Half the world is out there waiting for you on Northwest Orient. Now's the time. Half the world is out there waiting for you on Northwest Orient. Just relax, stretch your legs and settle back. Northwest comfort all the way. Jumbo jets streaking across the open sky. Northwest takes you all the way. We give you half the world on Northwest Orient Airlines.
Going to Tokyo, Northwest Orient offers 2 non-stop stays. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 6:10 in the evening. Both roomy 747s. Only Northwest gives you a big, wide cabin jet on every flight from Hawaii to the Orient or to the mainland.
KGMB Sports.
Joe Moore reminding you the University of Hawaii tackles Fresno State Saturday night at 7:05 on KGMB Honolulu.
For the sportsman, or any man at his leisure, Wren's Menswear has a super selection of new rugby shirts. These 100% cotton sporting knits are available in long and short sleeves, and Wren's Menswear has them in a wide selection of stripes and solid colors. So, put a lot of fashion in your active lifestyle. Come into Wren's and pick out the rugby shirts that match your personality. Wren's Menswear in the Ala Moana Center, Kahala Mall, and the Pearl Ridge Shopping Center.
The World Football League playoffs are brought to you on KGM Super B by Primo Beer. Enjoy Primo Beer, the light Hawaiian beer. By Datsun of Hawaii, Hawaii's #1 used car dealer. By Fisher Hawaii, your one-stop shopping center for fine quality office products. And by Bachelor's 3, the place to be on Kapiolani across from the Toho Theater. Also by Low Budget Homes, RNC Janitorial Service, the Hair Replacement Center, and by ARA George Corporation.
Southern California has won the toss and will be receiving tonight. So we'll check the starting offensive lineup for this son. At wide receiver, a rookie from Iowa State, 6'5", 206-pound Ike Harris. The other wide receiver is Dave Williams, an 8-year veteran from Washington. He stands 6'2" and weighs 220. The tight end is Dave Parks, a 9-year veteran from Texas Tech, 6'2" and 217 pounds. At the tackles, veteran Joe Carollo, 6'1", 267, in his 13th year from Notre Dame, and Paul Seiler, 6'4", 260, a 6-year veteran from Notre Dame. The guards are Kevin Grady, 6'1", 246, a rookie from Oklahoma, and Mike Ryan, 6'2", 240, a rookie from USC. In the center is Ted Seifert, 6'2", 238, a rookie from Cal. At quarterback is Tony Adams, the leading passer in the World Football League, a rookie from Utah State, 6'1", 195 pounds. The running backs, Kermit Johnson, who's rushed for over 1,000 yards this year, a rookie from UCLA, 6'1", and 204. At starting in place of the injured James McAllister is Greg Hurd, a rookie from Oregon. He's a big one, 6 feet tall, 240 pounds. And there you have the starting offensive lineup for the Southern California Sun. We'll have the opening kickoff shortly, but first, this word.
Just wait till you try our Primo, why you won't believe the taste. It's a taste that'll make Hawaii proud. In the old tradition of great beer making, we take our place, and it's time for us to really shout out loud. Primo's coming on, Primo's here. Brother, you are tasting it till you're tasting Primo beer. Taste what's happening, Primo beer. Brother, you are tasting it till you're tasting Primo beer. Got a brand new brew house, a lot of changes made, and the flavors that'll put us right on top. With pure Hawaiian water, we'll make it taste just right. We're on our way and we aren't gonna stop. Primo's coming on, Primo's here. Brother, you are tasting it till you're tasting Primo beer. Taste what's happening, Primo beer. Brother, you are tasting it till you're tasting Primo beer.
For the Hawaiians, who will be opening up on defense tonight, they'll have Lem Burnham, a rookie from U.S. International, and Carl Lorch, a rookie from USC at the end. Lorch stands 6'4", weighs 240. Burnham about the same size at 6'5", 240. The defensive tackles are Ron East, who's playing with a gimpy knee tonight, an 8-year veteran from Montana State, 6'4", 250 pounds, and rookie Levi Stanley, 6'2", 250, a rookie from the University of Hawaii. The linebackers at the corners on the left side is Ray Hester, who's been playing very well lately, a 3rd-year veteran from Tulane. He stands 6'2", weighs 220. On the right side, a fine rookie, Gary Backus, 6'4", 225 from Oklahoma. And the middle linebacker is Jim Snydecki, a 6-year veteran from Indiana, 6'2", 220. At the corners, Otto Brown, 6'1", 190, a 6-year veteran from Prairie View, and we'll give you the rest of the lineup in just a moment as the Los Alamitos band plays our national anthem. Starting defensive lineup for the Hawaiians has Phil Andre at strong safety, a rookie from Washington, 6'1", 195. The weak safety is Chuck Detweiler, 6 feet tall, 195, and his 6th year from Utah State. And at right cornerback, Willie Williams, 6 feet tall, 190, a 10-year veteran from Grambling. Hawaiian football begins after this message.
The Bachelors 3, one of the swingin'est places in town. Come and see the Bachelors 3. Now open for lunch from 11 to 2. Then happy hour prices prevail from 2 to 6 p.m. Monday through Sunday. On Sunday, all you gorgeous ladies have a day and a night all for you. Happy hour prices all day long on Sunday for the ladies. Plus, there's live music to set your feet to tapping from 6 to 10 p.m. in the comfortable, air-conditioned Bachelor's 3. The place to be on Kapiolani across from the Toho Theater.
Wholesale Kelly Blue Book prices. That's right. At Datsun of Hawaii, we're pricing a large number of our used cars at Wholesale Kelly Blue Book prices. It's the Blue Tag clearance sale. Come in to any Datsun of Hawaii location and take your pick. All the cars that have the giant Blue Tag are priced at the current Wholesale Kelly Blue Book price. It's for a limited time only, so don't delay. Our used car locations are at 650 Kapiolani Boulevard in Kailua, Waipahu, and Wahiawa, at the airport or in Lihue.
Coppage will kick off for the Hawaiians. They'll be defending the south goal. Southern California will be receiving and defending the north goal. Back deep for the Sun, Alonzo Emery and Keith Denson. Denson on the near side, Emery on the far side. A couple of rookies, Denson from San Diego State and Emery from Arizona State. So the World Football League playoffs are finally underway, or about to get underway. After several delays, I know the players are very anxious to get going, and the Hawaiians figure they can take it all. But taking one step at a time, they have to beat Southern California tonight. Coppage is ready to go to work. Soccer-style kicker moves up to the football, gets his foot into it. A high, short kick. It will be taken at the 15-yard line by Denson, straight upfield to the 20, 25, 30, up to the 40, turns the corner, and he's dragged down from behind at the Sun 47-yard line as John Mosley pulled him down. And Denson nearly broke away and went for the distance on that play. A 37-yard return by Keith Denson. And we may have a penalty. As the discussion centers at the 47-yard line, Dave Ulrich comes over for the Hawaiians. And the special team, the kicking team, is coming back onto the field for the Hawaiians. They've got an offside penalty against Southern California, so that will nullify that fine 37-yard return by Denson. And Coppage will kick the ball once again, this time from the 35-yard line, the Hawaiians 35. 5-yard offside penalty against the Sun. So that is a break for the Hawaiians. Southern California would have had the ball at their 47-yard line. So let's wait and see what Mr. Denson or Mr. Emery will do with it this time. Southern California very slow to set up. I think they're a little bit disgusted at that call. And it looks like some arguing taking place on the far side of the field. Tom Fears talking things over with one of the officials. The officials tonight, the referee is Jack Baker, the umpire is George Kennard, the head linesman is Harry Uthoff, the line judge Phil Osborne, the back judge is Roy Softer, and the field judge is Jack Harper. Coppage is ready once again. Denson and Emery waiting for it at the 7-yard line. So an auspicious debut here in this World Football League playoff game as the opening kickoff is replayed. Coppage sends it high and deep this time. It'll be taken at the 7-yard line by Denson. Up to the 10, the 15. Runs laterally at the 20. He's to the 25. Stops, puts on the brakes. He gets up to the 30, and he's dragged down at the 35-yard line. Keith Denson bringing it back 27 yards. And John Douglas making the stop. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Southern California as they spot the ball at the Sun 34. Tony Adams at quarterback, Greg Hurd and Alonzo Emery in the backfield. So Kermit Johnson is injured and will not start. Now Ralph Nelson is in there along with Hurd. Dave Williams split out to the left side. In motion comes Ike Harris. The back's in the I formation. Adams pitches to Nelson, sweeping the right side, tries to turn the corner, but he's chopped down at the 35-yard line. Good defensive play that time by Ray Hester and Phil Andre. As they cut off the outside, forced Nelson to the inside. He picked up about 2 yards, and that's about it. 2nd down and 8 for Southern California. At their 37-yard line. Opening minute of play from Anaheim Stadium. These two teams have met twice during the regular season, each team winning a game. They also took part in 2 preseason scrimmages. 2nd down and 8. Dave Williams splits to the left side. Harris inside of him. The backs are split. Hurd and Nelson. Adams takes the snap, the give to Nelson up the middle, and he punches forward up to the 40-yard line where he's brought down. Phil Andre on the stop, along with Gary Backus. To pick up a 4 yards, it'll be 3rd down and about 3. A long 3 yards to go for the Sun. They have the ball at their 41-yard line. Southern California, the top passing team in the league. Quarterback Tony Adams throwing for better than 3,000 yards this year. He's just a rookie. What a future he's got. This time Williams flanks to the right side, picked up by Otto Brown. And Ike Harris splits out to the left side, facing Willie Williams. The back's in the eye. Adams gives the second man through Nelson. He punches forward and appears to be stopped shy of the first down as they wrap him up. Levi Stanley on the stop. It's going to be very close to a first down, but he looks to be short from our vantage point. And they'll bring out the Dickerod for a measurement. Southern California with a 13-7 record coming into this game, but they have lost 3 out of their last 4. Now they're going to bring the Dickerod and the football out to the center of the field for a closer look. Lem Burnham and Hester in there making sure, and they are short of the first down by about half the length of a football. So it'll be fourth down and less than a yard for Southern California. They have the ball at their own 44-yard line. Southern California punter is Norm Hainland, and like many players, he's had back problems. The son will go for the 1 yard, actually less than a yard. So a big decision here. And Clay Jeffries is in at running back. They go from the power I formation. They give to Jeffries up the middle. He punches forward, and it's going to be very, very close as he ran into a stone wall in the person of Levi Stanley. But they have the first down. So Clay Jeffries entered the game for 1 play and picked up the first down. They needed less than a yard. So it's first and 10 for the Sun at their 45-yard line. No score with 12:25 remaining. Substitution on defense. Lem Burnham goes out, and Rich Watkins comes in as defensive left end. Watkins, a rookie from Weber State, who's been injured for most of this year. Williams splits to the left side along with Ike Harris. Harris is the inside man. Nelson and Hurd the running backs as Harris goes in motion to the near side. Adams takes the snap to give to Nelson up the middle, and he is clobbered as he crosses the 45-yard line. Nelson really hit hard by Ray Hester, third-year veteran from Tulane. He picked up about a yard. Burnham comes back in, and Adrian Young checked in on defense for the Hawaiians. Rich Watkins goes out along with Ray Hester. They like to use Adrian Young on passing situations, 2nd and 9 or 3rd and 8, the long yardage situation. They feel that Young is very strong in zone coverage. An old pro who's been around for a while. 2nd down 9 for the Sun as the back shift out of the eye. Adams bobbles the snap, drops back, fires, it's caught. Making the grab is Dave Parks, the tight end. He's across the 40, down to the 35, still on his feet, and he's gang tackled and dropped at the Hawaiians' 30-yard line. 24-yard pickup. Adams bobbled the snap. He was trying to find the handle as he was backpedaling to set up. And then he flipped it over the middle to the tight end, Dave Parks, a 9-year veteran from Texas Tech. Brought down there by Chuck Detweiler and Willie Williams. So it's first and 10 for the Sun at the Hawaiians' 30-yard line. As Adams goes to the air for the first time and finds success. First and 10 for the Sun. No score, 10:41 remaining in the opening quarter. Williams and Harris again split out to the left side. The back's in the eye. The up man is Greg Hurd, a fine blocker. Adams on the give to Nelson, sweeping the right side, following Grady. Gets a block, gets across the 30, and gets up to the 33-yard line before he's ridden to the sideline by Chuck Detweiler. Jim Snidecki also in on the stop. Across that offensive line, Joe Carollo and Paul Seiler at the tackles. Mike Ryan and Kevin Grady the guards. And Ted Seifert is the center.
Kevin Grady was a big block.
It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Sun, a pickup of 3 yards. Nelson so far, 5 carries for 13 yards. Although he doesn't have the big reputation of a James McAllister or a Kermit Johnson, the Hawaiians coaches feel that Nelson is just as good as the other two. He's only 20 years of age, never played college football. 2nd down 7. As Adams goes to work, stumbles as he drops back, being chased out of the pocket, gets away from Lort, sets up, fires back across the grain, and Nelson cannot make a diving catch at the 18-yard line. Nelson was open, but Adams had to throw the pass, kind of a cross-court pass, and he didn't get enough mustard on it, and it fell short. So the pass goes incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 7. As Lort chased Adams out of the pocket. Adams is a fine scrambler. Has the good wheels. Last time these clubs met, these two clubs met. He was sacked 6 times by the Hawaiians. And Adams has really taken a beating lately. Last week against Florida, he was sacked 5 times. 3rd and 7 for the Sun as they operate from their 27-yard line. No score with 9:38 remaining in the first quarter. Lindsey is in now at wide receiver. He's split out to the right side. And a flag on the play. I think Southern California took too much time. That's the call, delay of game. Terry Lindsey, a rookie from Cal State Fullerton, is in at wide receiver. Replacing Dave Williams. 5-yard penalty stepped on. That will make it 3rd and 13. The ball at the 33-yard line of the Hawaiians. Southern California on the move. Lindsey goes wide to the right, picked up by Otto Brown. Ike Harris split left, picked up by Willie Williams. The back shift out of the eye. Adams takes the snap. He'll throw. Back he goes. Sets. Looks. Is going to have to run. Sprints up the middle. Has some running room across the 30. Trying to get to the outside, and he's brought down to the 31-yard line. Or make that the 29-yard line. A pickup of 4 yards. Adrian Young on the stop defensively. So it'll be 4th down. 4th down and 9 for Southern California. And Rod Garcia, a soccer-style kicker from Stanford, is in the ball game. Holding for him will be Tony Adams. And his field goal attempt will be from the 37-yard line, so it's a 47-yard field goal attempt. Garcia to try, Adams to hold. The snap, the spot, the kick is way short as it hits in the front of the end zone. So the field goal attempt fails. The timeout on the field with the score, the Southern California Sun nothing and the Hawaiians nothing.
Homeowners, how would you like to expand the facilities of your home, perhaps add a lanai, another bedroom, or a carport for that new car? There is an easy, economical way. Get in touch with the folks from Low Budget Homes Incorporated. Low Budget Homes is the Hawaiian Kama'aina firm with 20 years of experience in additions, alterations, and modular home construction. They'll do residential, industrial, and commercial building jobs. So give a call to Low Budget Homes, 2828 Pa'a Street. Phone 833-3031.
Come out to Fisher, Hawaii, next to Gibson, Puna Pa'a Street store.
Getting ripped off on office furniture and supplies, waiting for mainland back orders? Well, my friend, Fisher Hawaii undersells their competitors by 20, 30, 40, sometimes 50%. And they have $750,000 worth of merchandise in stock right now.
Hey, hey, that merchandise is moving and the prices are down. We got the only authorized supermarket in town. Fisher Hawaii for your office supplies. Right prices, right products, right now.
Hawaiians go to work 1st and 10 from their 31-yard line. Randy Johnson at the controls as the Southern California drive stalls out. Johnson will throw, looking for the bomb on 1st down, unloads it for Eisenberger, and he does not have it. John almost pulled it in down at the Southern California 31. Derwood Keaton back there battling with Eisenberger for the football. So the Hawaiians go for broke on 1st down as Johnson unloaded a bomb. It was thrown a little bit short of Eisenbarger. He tried to come back and get it. It looked for a moment like he made the reception. But they bring the ball back to the Hawaiians 30. So it'll be 2nd and 10. 9:40 remaining in a scoreless first quarter. Delaney and Richardson split out to the right side. Al Davis and Ben Clements the running back. The tight end is John Kelsey. Johnson on the give to Davis up the middle. Finds a little daylight. And about the 33-yard line where he's wrapped up. John Hoffman on the stop defensively, former University of Hawaii player, 6'7", 264 pounds. A 5-year veteran, played with the Redskins, the Bears, and the Cardinals. 3rd down 5 now for the Hawaiians as they operate from their 33-yard line. Heisenbarger to the left, Delaney to the right. Jim Cadillo over the ball at center. Long count by Johnson. He'll throw. Sets up short. Looks right. Throws to the short man, Davis. Up to the 40. And falls forward to the Hawaiian 45-yard line. Down. Middle linebacker Ken Lee on the top. And that will give the Hawaiians the 1st down. Lee played very little the last time these clubs met. He had a pinched nerve in his neck, but he's a fine linebacker, a 4-year veteran from Washington, former starter with the Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 for the Hawaiians. That's their 45-yard line. Brady Richardson splits out to the right side, picked up by Jack Connors, and Tim Delaney will remain in tight on the left side. Davis and Clements set behind Johnson. The give to Clements over right tackle. A quick opener, and he gets out near midfield. Clements nearly ran right past the football. Johnson almost missed the handoff, as Vinny really got out of the starting block. Charles DeJournay, a rookie from San Jose State, on the stop. And Eisenbarger enters the Hawaiians lineup, bringing in a play. It'll be 2nd down and 7. The ball at the 48-yard line. Delaney splits to the right, Eisenbarger to the left. Delaney, the leading pass catcher in the league. Johnson backpedaling quickly, fires for Delaney, and he has him on a sideline pattern. Tim steps out of bounds at the Sun 42 after picking up a first down. The sure hands of Tim Delaney coming through once again. He finished with 89 receptions, the top total in the league. And Delaney was voted the top offensive player by his teammates. 1st and 10 for the Hawaiians as they are putting together a drive. It started back at their own 30. They have it at the Sun 43 right now. Delaney and Richardson split to the left side. Johnson on the give to Al Davis, following John Wilbur around the right side. And he's knocked down as he gets up to the 42-yard line. Good play by defensive tackle Dave Roller. No gain on the play. Roller is a real favorite here in Anaheim. They have fan clubs for them, just like they have for Levi Stanley, Levi's Kanaka Army, and Lorch's Torches for Carl Lorch, East Beast for Ron East. I don't know if they call them the Holy Rollers or not. 2nd down 10 for the Hawaiians. Eisenbarger back in. He splits out to the left side along with Delaney. Eisenbarger is the inside man. Johnson backpedaling, looking, trying to set up the screen, fires at the pass, is deflected, and nearly picked off by John Hoffman, a big defensive end. Johnson with a deep drop back, trying to let that screen form on the left side. And he kind of dumped it, and it was tipped and almost picked off by Hoffman. So the pass goes incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Hawaiians at the Sun 43. Vinnie Clements leaves the ball game. And Clayton Keith is in for it, the rookie from Wake Forest. The backs are split behind Johnson, who looks at a passing situation. Randy will throw. Sets up, looking, fires. The pass is deflected at the line of scrimmage. And big John Hoffman got his arms up and knocked it down. So a tough defensive stand for the Sun. And you can credit a lot of that to John Hoffman, 5-year veteran from the University of Hawaii. He was a little All-American back in 1967. And for those UH fans who remember Hoffman, he played on the same team with Larry Cole, now of the Dallas Cowboys. It'll be 4th and 10 now, and Gary Backus, the punter, comes in. He'll be putting it away from his own 42-yard line. And single safety is Keith Denson at the 10-yard line, and 2 men about 10 yards in front of him. Backus with a high, booming kick as he goes for the right corner. Denson fields it at the 10, stumbles momentarily, gets up to the 15 where he's chopped down. A flag on the play. I'm not sure they gave Denson the necessary yards. A 33-yard punt by Backus. Let's see what the penalty will be. Looks like an illegal procedure call against the Hawaiians. Or perhaps a personal foul as they step it off. It's going to be a 15-yarder against the Hawaiians, the Sun 27. Interference with the catch is the call, as they interfered with the return man Denson. And now a timeout on the field with the score: the Southern California Sun nothing and the Hawaiians nothing.
Hey, how's it that? You know, some people seem to have everything going for them, but we all get our problems. Hey, no be shame. If you like to look younger, there are now ways to solve your own bald head problem. The leader in the hair replacement field now stay over here with solutions to your problem that look and feel exactly like your own hair. Hey, and nobody can tell. Give us one call now, 523-1321 for a free consultation or ask for a free brochure. See you.
Hair Replacement Center in the AmFac building.
You want to win a diamond ring? Sure you do. Just drop by Security Diamond or Conrad Jewelers and enter the art-carved Mademoiselle Sparkle and Shine Sweepstakes. You can win First Love, the beautiful art-carved diamond ring featured in November, Mademoiselle. There's no purchase necessary. Just come to Security Diamond or Conrad Jewelers in Ala Moana Center and fill out a sweepstakes entry form. You could be the one to sparkle and shine.
Security Diamond and Conrad Jewelers.
First and 10 for the Sun at their 27-yard line as Adams goes to work to give to the first man through. Hurd, he looks to a big hole, up to the 35, the 40, and down to the 44-yard line. Greg Hurd busted off right tackle, and Chuck Detweiler cut him down, but not before Hurd picked up 15 yards and a first down. Hurd, a 240-pound rookie from Oregon. Herbert Johnson did not start the ball game tonight, the team's leading rusher. So they are without their leading pass catcher in James McAllister, and their two leading rushers in Johnson and McAllister. Dave Williams puts out to the right side, Ike Harris to the left. Nelson and Hurd set in the eye behind Tony Adams. The rookie from Utah State, the movement in the backfield, the flags go flying. The give is to Nelson. He's spun around by Levi Stanley and dropped back at the 39-yard line. But it's going to be a legal motion against the Sun. As Hurd, the up man in the eye, was a little bit early in his movement. Started about a step or two too soon. So it will cost them 5 yards. They're talking it over now. Illegal motion against the Sun declined because the loss was back to about the 39-yard line. And a coach will always tell you to go full blast no matter what happens. But that time it looked like the Sun didn't. They slowed up a bit. The ball is spotted back at the 37-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 15. Backs again in the eye. Man wide to each side. Adams on the draw. The give up the middle. It's Greg Hurd. He runs into a pile, and he's brought down at about the line of scrimmage. Ron East on the stop. Defensively, Lem Burnham and Carl Lorsch at the end. Ron East and Levi Stanley, the tackles. Jim Snidecki, Ray Hester, and Gary Backus, the linebackers. Otto Brown and Willie Williams at the corners, and Phil Andre and Chuck Detweiler, the safeties. Third down for the Sun. Third and long yardage as the lineman set. Adams will probably have to go to the air. Leading passer in the league. Short drop back, fires, it's intercepted, picked off by the middle linebacker, Snidecki. He's up to the 30. Head still on his feet, still fighting, and he's brought down at about the 25-yard line. The intended receiver was Greg Hurd coming out of the backfield, but Snidecki swung in front of him and picked it off and brought it back 21 yards. And for Snidecki, that's his 5th interception of the year. So a big play by the Hawaiians defense as they have the ball. First down and 10 at the Sun 22-yard line. No score. With 4:11 remaining in the first quarter. Eisenbarger splits to the right side. Delaney remains inside on the left side. Davis and Clements, the running backs. Johnson will throw. Backs into the pocket, sets up, looks, fires. He's got a man open. And it's caught by the tight end Kelsey, who gets down inside the 5. To about the 4-yard line. John Kelsey, the big rookie from Missouri, 6'6", 240 pounds. Now let's pause now for station identification. This is the Coconut Wireless Sports Network.
KGMB Sports.
Joe Moore reminding you the University of Hawaii tackles Fresno State Saturday night at 7:05 on KGMB Honolulu.
First and goal to go for the Hawaiians at the Sun 3-yard line as Kelsey's catch gives him the ball. Johnson on the give, up the middle to Davis. He has some running room. He's into the end zone for a touchdown. Al Davis dancing over a couple of fallen bodies, taking it in. And it's 7-0 as the Hawaiians go out in front. The key play, the reception by John Kelsey that gave them a first and goal to go situation inside the 5. So it's 7-0 as the Hawaiians get on the board with 3:29 remaining in the opening quarter. Rookie Norris Weiss, a fine rollout quarterback, comes in. Of course, he played the option style of football at Ole Miss. Weiss up under center, waiting for the snap. Long count by Norris, takes the snap, and gives into the line to Al Davis, but he's chopped down, so the action point fails. And the timeout on the the field with the score. The Hawaiians 7 and the Southern California Sun nothing.
Just wait till you try our Primo. Why, you won't believe the taste. It's a taste that'll make Hawaii proud. In the old tradition of great beer making, we take our place, and it's time for us to really shout out loud. Primo's coming on, Primo's here. Brother, you aren't tasting it till you're tasting Primo beer. Got a brand new brew house, a lot of changes made, and a flavor that'll put us right on top. With pure Hawaiian water, we'll make it taste just right. We're on our way and we aren't gonna stop. Taste what's happening, Primo beer. Brother, you aren't tasting it till you're tasting Primo beer.
R.A. Copies set to kickoff. Keith Denson and Alonzo Emery back deep as the Hawaiians lead 7-0. Copies kick off a high, short kick taken by Denson up to the 20, the 25, the 30, gets to the sideline, and he runs out of bounds at the 37-yard line. And some of the fans aren't too happy with that. A 20-yard return by Denson, but a flag on the play. He simply headed out of bounds. He got to the sideline, looked like he had about 10 or 15 additional yards to run. So when he saw a tackler coming for him, he headed straight out of bounds. The ball at the 37-yard line. We've got a penalty against Southern California. As they talk things over, Dave Ulrich, the special team captain, down there for the Hawaiians. Ulrich, one of many Hawaiian players who played in previous playoff games in the NFL. Along with Jim Snydecki and John Eisenbarger, Ulrich played with the 49ers, and they were in the playoff 3 years when those players were with that club. Penalty is against the Sun. Now, wait a minute. They're going to kick the football over again. And they'll spot the ball at the 40-yard line. So it's a holding call, a 10-yard penalty against the Sun. So Copies will be kicking off from the 40. Let's see if he can drive one into the end zone from here. That's where it would have been kicking off last year under the old pro football rules. But in the WFL this year, the kickoff from the 30-yard line. Denson and Emery stand back inside the 10. 7-0, the Hawaiians on top with 3:20 remaining in the first quarter. These two teams have met twice this year. Southern California winning the first game 38-31. A real shootout here at Anaheim Stadium. And the Hawaiians taking the second game 2 weeks ago in Honolulu Stadium. Copies ready to go once again. Puts his foot into it. A high end-over-end kick that sends Denson back to the 4. He's up to the 5, straight upfield to the 10, 15, 20, 25, and brought down at the 27-yard line. A good hard tackle by rookie Pete Solverson from Drake University. 23-yard return. So the Sun will go to work from their 27-yard line, trailing 7-0. Getting back to the playoff veterans for the Hawaiians, Jim Cadillo, in fact, played on a world championship team with the Chicago Bears in 1963. Guard John Wilbur was in the playoffs 7 years, and he played in 2 Super Bowls, as did Corny Johnson, an offensive guard. 1st and 10 for the Sun. They give up the middle to the first man through, Greg Hurd, and he punches his way across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He's met by middle linebacker Jim Snydecki, a gain of 6 yards on the play. So it'll be 2nd down and 4. Corny Johnson was in the playoffs for 3 years with the Baltimore Colts. He was in 2 Super Bowls. So the Hawaiians have 7 players who've seen playoff action in the National Football League. Southern California has just 2, Carlton Oates and Joe Carollo. 2nd down 4 for the Sun at their 33-yard line as the back shift out of the eye. Nelson and Hurd. Adams to throw, sets up short, looks right, he's got a man open, and he finds Dave Williams who makes the grab on a sideline pattern at the 38. He has the first down. Williams, a veteran of NFL play in his 8th year, was a former #1 draft choice for the St. Louis Cardinals back in 1967. Was then traded to the San Diego Chargers and on to the Pittsburgh Steelers. 1st and 10 for the Sun at their 38-yard line. Burnham, East, Stanley, and Lords across the front line on defense. East Beasts, as they have become known. Williams splits to the left side along with Ike Harris. Nelson and Hurd are split behind Adams. Adams a play fake. Back to throw, in trouble, and Lorch sacks him back at the 27-yard line. Adams tried to scamper out of trouble. Lorch was the first to get to him. East and Burnham were there as well. Good play by Carl Lorch, the rookie from USC, who has really made great strides this year after making the team following a tryout camp. He is going to have a fine future in professional football. A loss on the play of about 10 yards. It'll be second down and 20. The ball at the Sun 28. 7-0. The Hawaiians on top with 2:13 remaining in the first quarter. Harris and Williams split to the left side. Harris comes in motion back to the near side as Adams takes the snap to give up the middle to Hurd. A big hole up the middle. He gets to the 32-yard line where he runs into Jim Snydecki. So Hurd gets about 5 yards, but they needed 20. So it'll be 3rd and 15. Adams will undoubtedly have to go to the air once again. He's thrown for almost 4,000 yards this year. Adams tonight has hit on 2 of 3 for 29 yards. Set all kinds of passing records at Utah State. 3rd and 15 for the Sun as they operate from their 33-yard line. Harris splits to the left side, Dave Williams to the right. And the backs of the wide split in the backfield. Adams backs into the pocket, rolls to his right, looks, fires. Dave Williams wide open at the 41. Gets up to the 45, and he's brought down to the center of the field. Very, very close to a first down. They needed 15 yards for the first down, and I think Williams is going to be a little bit short. Adrian Young and Levi Stanley on the stop. They spot the football at the Sun 45, so they lack a first down by 3 yards. Mosley drops back for the Hawaiians. Willie Williams about 10 yards in front of him. John Mosley standing at the 17. Norm Steenland, ranked 10th in the WFL punting statistics, will do the booting from his own 30. And he was in traction this morning with a bad back. So he, like a number of Sun players, have had problems. He takes the snap and hangs it up. A wobbly spiral. Mosley fields it at the 25. Up to the 30. The 35. Almost breaks the tackle, and he's dragged down to the 39-yard line. John Mosley, the mighty mite from Missouri, bringing it back. A 30-yard punt by Halen. And a 13-yard return by Mosley. The Hawaiians go to work first and 10 from their own 38-yard line. They lead at 7-0 as we near the end of the first quarter. 22 seconds left. Delaney and Eisenbarger split out to the right side. The backs are split behind Randy Johnson. Clements and Al Davis. Johnson with a play fake. Back to throw. Looks right, fires, and wide open is Tim Delaney. He dances out of bounds to midfield to stop the clock with 16 seconds left. Delaney making the catch in front of Jim Bright, a rookie from UCLA. The last time these clubs met, Delaney had 9 receptions against Southern California. He's off to a good start tonight. The ball right at midfield, 1st and 10 for the Hawaiians. This may be the final play of the quarter. 16 seconds left. Cadillo over the ball. Johnson takes the snap to give the second man through. Al Davis pops over left tackle and squirts up to the 40-yard line near a first down. Good run by Davis and good blocking up front by Al Oliver and Jeff Seavey. 3 seconds left, and that may be it. They're going to bring out the dicker rod for a measurement as the clock stops with just 2 seconds remaining. And let's see, I believe they're about half a yard or perhaps less than that short of the first down. No, they have the first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Hawaiians at the Sun 40. As the clock rolls, and that'll be it for this quarter. There's the gun, sounding the end of the first quarter with the score. The Hawaiians 7 and the Southern California Sun 0.
If it's your turn to throw the party this holiday season, but you just can't face that after-party cleanup, come have your holiday party at the Cinerama Reef Hotel. Perry Boy, Smorgy, and Reef Catering have 2 big private party rooms for Thanksgiving or Christmas parties from 25 people on up. So you can play host and hostess in an elegant setting overlooking the beach and Diamond Head while you enjoy the finest holiday menu. So let Perry Boys and Reef Catering help plan your party. Just phone 923-3111.
When you
give candy as a gift, you compliment the receiver by choosing candy that has not been compromised on quality. Ed and Don's fine candies from Hawaii. For over 20 years, Ed and Don's has built its reputation on quality, like Ed and Don's fabulous nuts and chews, a yummy assortment of crunchy and chewy candies made in their own island candy kitchen with selected prime nuts and all sorts of good things. You'll discover the standard for all fine candies is Ed and Don's, Ala Moana, Kahala Mall, Windward City, Lahaina, and Kona.
For the Hawaiians at the Sun 40-yard line as we start the second quarter of play with the Hawaiians leading 7-0. Eisenbarger splits out to the right side. As Randy Johnson digs in, the give is to Ernie O'Leary, who's in the ball game now, and he's wrapped up for no gain. Good defensive play by Neil Karen and Dave Roller. O'Leary's playing with a bad ankle, and earlier I talked with him about the condition of that ankle.
It's pretty well healed, but I have a few problems on my cousin, and it kind of bothers me when I go to my left. Going to my right is fine, but after the game started and you start getting emotionally involved, and the people start cheering you, and you want to play more and more, it just seems that the feeling just goes away.
Johnson fires over the middle, complete to John Kelsey, and he's brought down at the Sun 28-yard line after picking up a first down. Durwood Keaton on the stop. And you heard from Ernie O'Leary. He left the ball game following that play. So perhaps that leg is bothering him just a bit. Kelsey running a slant pattern over the middle makes the catch. And it's 1st and 10 for the Hawaiians at the Sun 28-yard line. Hawaiians on top 7-0 as we're 2 minutes into the second quarter. Johnson steps up under center. Clements moves over a couple of steps behind him. Randy with a short drop back, looking set, unloads it long for Delaney, and Tim can't get to it down at the 9-yard line. Delaney was open, running a little out pattern, but the ball was too long for him, thrown to the outside. Rudy Redmond defending on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Hawaiians to Sun 28. The winner of this game will play next Wednesday against the Birmingham Americans. And in the other playoff game tonight, with 10 minutes left in the contest, the Florida Blazers lead Philadelphia 15-3. The winner of that game will meet Memphis next Friday in Memphis. 2nd and 10, Johnson to throw, backpedaling, looking, fires long for Eisenbarger. He stretches out, can't make the catch down at the 2. And again, the Hawaiians had a man open. And Johnson slams his fist into his palm in disgust, as twice he has overshot the mark. Randy now 4 out of 9 in the passing department. Make that 5 out of 9. Clayton Heath enters the lineup for the Hawaiians, replacing Ben Clements. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Hawaiians at the Sun 28-yard line. Delaney splits out to the right side, picked up by Jack Connors. Eisenbarger to the left, and he draws double coverage. Johnson backing into the pocket, looks, fires long. Kelsey, a great catch down at the 9-yard line. The Sun defenders are saying that Kelsey didn't catch it. Eisenbarger is saying yes, he did. And as the catch holds up, a tremendous grab. As he went high in the air, stretched out all 6 feet 6 inches, and the Sun players are furious. It looked like Kelsey didn't have the ball under control as he fell to the ground, but he evidently brought it in. And it's 1st and goal to go for the Hawaiians at the Sun 9. A fantastic catch by Kelsey as he went up high over 2 defenders. The rookie from Missouri with a big grab, his 2nd key reception tonight. An earlier reception gave the Hawaiians a 1st and goal to go situation. Al Davis then took it over. And Kelsey sets the ball up inside the 10 again, this time at the 9. 1st and goal. Hawaiians leading 7-0. And the fans are booing. The give to Al Davis, off left tackle. He finds a little daylight, gets down to about the 6-yard line. Davis, a 3rd-year veteran from Tennessee State, brought down by middle linebacker Eric Patton and defensive tackle Charles Ejournay. It'll be 2nd and goal to go at the 6 as the play comes in from the bench. John Kelsey with 3 receptions tonight, good for 50 yards. Kelsey he has to be a strong candidate for all league honors at tight end. He's had a tremendous season. Delaney and Eisenbarger amidst boos put out to the left side. Eisenbarger comes in motion. Long count by Johnson. Takes the snap, drops back. The blitz is on. He fires and it's batted down. Pass was knocked down by Jim Baker, but Johnson was nearly knocked down by one of the linebackers who was blitzing that time. Pass was broken up by Baker, and Cleveland Van was blitzing. Johnson had to unload the ball in a hurry. As he sent everybody out on pass routes that time, and nobody was left to block. Johnson nearly had his head taken off. Third down and goal at the 6. Grady Richardson in the ball game. He splits out to the left side along with Delaney. Tight end Kelsey on the right side. As again you hear the boos. Johnson play fake, back to throw. Look, the pressure is on. Fires for Davis, and the ball is jarred loose at the 3-yard line. It goes incomplete. So it's field goal time for the Hawaiians as R.A. Copies comes on. Copies, a rookie from Texas Arlington. He has 6 field goals this year, his longest 49 yards. Randy Johnson has hit on 6 of 13 passes in this first half for 84 yards. Weiss will spot the ball down at the 13-yard line. This is a 23-yard field goal attempt. A slight angle to the left. The snap, the spot, the kick is up, and it is good. So a timeout on the field with the score. The Hawaiians 10 and the Sun nothing.
The time is ripe if you're the type, and this ain't no hype. The Bachelor's 3 for you and me. Come and see one of the swingin'est places in town. All-day Sundays, Ladies' Day, with happy hour prices all day long for you sweethearts. And live music to set your little feet to tapping. The Bachelor's 3, now open for lunch from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. They stay open till 2 a.m. Come on in to the Bachelor's 3, air-conditioned, comfortable, relaxing atmosphere. The Bachelor's 3, the place to be on Kapiolani, across from the Toho Theater.
Wholesale Kelly Blue Book prices. That's right. At Datsun of Hawaii, we're pricing a large number of our used cars at Wholesale Kelly Blue Book prices. It's the Blue Tag clearance sale. Come in to any Datsun of Hawaii location and take your pick. All the cars that have the giant Blue Tag are priced at the current Wholesale Kelly Blue Book price. It's for a limited time only, so don't delay. Our used car locations are at 650 Kapiolani Boulevard in Kailua, Waipahu, and Wahiawa, at the airport or in Lihue.
R.A. Copies set to kick off after kicking a 23-yard field goal, a high short kick that bounces at the 22. Denson trying to track it down, picks it up, and he falls out of bounds. A poor move by Denson, and he's booed by the fans. The ball was bouncing around and looked like it was going to roll out of bounds on the far side of the field. And if it had gone out, it would have been a 5-yard penalty against the Hawaiians, an automatic penalty. But Denson tried to pick it up, and then tried to do a little tightrope back on the far sideline, but stumbled out of bounds. And so Southern California will take over at their 11-yard line. The kind of mistake a rookie will make from time to time. And you can be sure somebody's going to have a word or two to say to Keith Denson on the sideline. First and 10 for the Sun as Adams moves up under center. To give up the middle is to Greg Hurd, and he runs into a pile and is brought down at the 13. Levi Stanley on the stop. Burnham and Lorch at the ends, East and Stanley the tackles, Hester, Backus, and Snidecki the linebackers, Brown and Williams at the corners, and Andre and Detweiler are the safeties. 11:36 remaining in the first half. The Hawaiians on top 10-0. A 3-yard touchdown run by Al Davis and a 23-yard field goal by R.A. Coppage. Harris and Williams split to the left side. Dave Parks, the tight end, is split out about 5 yards to the right. Adams turns, gives to Ralph Nelson, and he's chopped down as he crosses the 15. Ron East bringing him down. And so far, the front four doing an outstanding job. And earlier, Lem Burnham talked about how the front four will have to play tonight.
We got to do what we did last time, Mel, and we got to do a better job, because last time I don't think they were very keyed up. This time I know they're going to be keyed up, and their offensive line a damn good one. And we're just going to have to put more pressure on Adams, and we're going to have to get 8 or 10 sacks in this game. We only got 6 last time.
And they've already gotten to Mr. Adams at least once tonight that I can recall. Third down 5 for the Sun at their 16-yard line. Hawaiians leading 10-0. Adams will throw. Back he goes. Here comes the big rush. The pressure is on, and they sack him back at the 2-yard line. Carl Lurch getting in there. Along with Ron East. Lem Burnham was there as well. So perfect timing as you just heard Lem Burnham talking about the big pass rush. They had to keep the pressure on Adams. They had to get to him. And that they did as they dumped him back at the 3-yard line. It'll be 4th and 18, and Hanlon, the punter, comes in. A ferocious pass rush that time by the front 4. Hanlon will be kicking from the back line of the end zone. Mosley waiting for it at the Sun 40. And a bad snap would probably drive Hanlon right out of the end zone. He waits for it. Good snap, and he gets the ball away. A low line drive kick, and it's taken by Willie Williams. That's the 35, breaks the tackle at the 30, up to the 25, the 20, the 15, and down to the 10-yard line. Willie Williams, who was about 10 yards in front of John Mosley on the return, gathered the ball in and brought it back to the 9-yard line, a 33-yard return. Make that a 33-yard punt and a 24-yard return. And a timeout on the field with the score. The Hawaiians 10 and the Sun, nothing.
Come to Fisher, Hawaii, next to Gibson, a boona boona ba, a street store.
Getting ripped off on office furniture and supplies, waiting for mainland back orders? Well, my friend, Fisher Hawaii undersells their competitors by 20, 30, 40, sometimes 50%. And they have $750,000 worth of merchandise in stock right now.
Hey, hey, that merchandise is moving and the prices are down. We got the only office product supermarket in town. Fisher Hawaii for your office supplies. Right prices, right products, right now.
Here's your safe deposit box, sir.
Thank you. I haven't looked in here in years.
Every Bank of Hawaii Gold account includes a safe deposit box up to a value of $8 a year where available.
There's that policy.
It's just one of a dozen services you get with a Bank of Hawaii Gold account.
Look at these pictures.
A safe deposit box is really a worthwhile thing to have for valuable papers and treasured personal belongings.
Timmy's skate key.
Gold account.
My class ring.
It makes life a whole lot easier.
First and goal to go for the Hawaiians at the Sun 9-yard line, following a 24-yard punt return by Willie Williams. Johnson will throw, stumbles as he backs up, and he's clobbered. As he got the ball away, a flag goes down, and Johnson really took a shot from Dave Roller, and Randy is down on the turf. He looks to be okay. And every time he goes down, I think the coaching staff shudders. A holding penalty against the Hawaiians. But there was no keeping Roller out of there that time. As Corny Johnson, the left, or make that Bob Richards, the right tackle, tried to stop Roller, but he simply blew in there. A 10-yard penalty against the Hawaiians, back to the 19. So it'll be first and goal to go at the 19-yard line. Hawaiians leading 10-0. See what Johnson will do this time. He sends Delaney to the right side. Grady Richardson split left. Clements and Davis, the running backs, behind Randy Johnson. Johnson gives to Al Davis, following the block of Clements, and he's dropped a fine defensive play at the 18-yard line by John Hoffman, the right defensive end. Hoffman is playing himself quite a ball game tonight. Dave Roller was helping out as well. So it'll be second down and goal to go at the 18. As Johnson brings the team up. 10-0, the Hawaiians on top. 9:23 remaining in the first half. Randy to throw. Loft one for the right corner of the end zone, and a flag is thrown. As Delaney and Jack Connors, the defender, were pushing each other down at about the 5-yard line. So we're going to have an interference call. And judging from Delaney's reaction, it'll be defensive pass interference. That's the call. Jack Connors is called for pushing Delaney. And that will give them an automatic first down. So it'll be first and goal to go again, but this time inside the 10. Well, Delaney's a tough customer to handle, the leading pass catcher in the league. And he's working against a rookie, Jack Connors. They spot the ball inside the 5. And it'll be first and goal to go. The Hawaiians have thoroughly dominated this first half. Grady Richardson goes to the right side. Now a mix-up, and Johnson wants a timeout. So a timeout on the field with the score. The Hawaiians 10 and the Sun, nothing.
Time supermarkets are all set for your Thanksgiving shopping. The woman in the blue coat has seen to it that you'll probably be able to find everything you need to make the dinner and the day a complete success. Fine wines and spirits, top quality produce for the relish dish or to fill the fruit and nut bowls, all the ingredients for your favorite holiday dessert, and an excellent selection of turkeys. It's all waiting for you and your Thanksgiving shopping list at any one of the 10 Time supermarkets.
Where am I? You shot. Me find you with other rangers. You Lone Ranger.
This scar. Those outlaws will recognize me. I need a disguise. A mask.
Me have 'em several masks with me today. How you like this number?
Do you have anything in black?
No, but I can custom make you one with Scotch pinless pattern holder. You sketch out a pattern, and we spray 'em with Scotch pinless pattern holder. Stick 'em on fabric and cut 'em out. No need pins.
Hey, that looks great.
Nice sequence.
Super KGMB.
First and goal to go for the Hawaiians at the Sun 5-yard line following a pass interference call against Jack Connors of the Sun. Hawaiians leading 10-0. 9:17 remaining in the first half. Eisenbarger splits to the right. They keep Delaney in tight on the left side. Clemens and Davis, the running backs, as Eisenbarger goes in motion. Johnson with a play fake. Straight back. The throw. The rush is on. Fires it wide open in the end zone. Is tight end John Kelsey. Touchdown Hawaiians. Kelsey was wide open. And I can't get over the Southern California team. They look listless here in the first half, showing very few signs of life. The Hawaiians are just doing everything right. Southern California not doing much right at all. It is 17-0 as they line up for the action point. Weiss comes in at quarterback. He sends Eisenbarger to the right. Norris waiting for the snap. He normally takes lots of time. And he does. Takes the snap, throws to his right, looking to throw, stops, fires, and his arm is hit from behind, and the pass goes incomplete. So it's 17-0. The Hawaiians on top. And a timeout on the field with the score. Hawaiians 17 and the Sun nothing.
The Bachelors 3, one of the swingin'est places in town. Come and see The Bachelors 3, now open for lunch from 11 to 2. Then happy hour prices prevail from 2 to 6 p.m. Monday through Sunday. On Sunday, all you gorgeous ladies have a day and a night all for you. Happy hour prices all day long on Sunday for the ladies. Plus, there's live music to set your feet to tapping from 6 to 10 p.m. in the comfortable, air-conditioned Bachelors 3. The place to be on Kapiolani across from the Toho Theater.
Christmas is just around the corner. And to show your appreciation to that special someone, shop for a very special gift at the Trophy House. What better way to show your pride in someone's achievements than with a special trophy or award custom designed and personalized by Sam Knipp at the Trophy House. And for that hard-to-please person on your gift list, the Trophy House carries a wide variety of unusual and elegant gifts, from specialty designed trophies and awards to color television sets. Shop the Trophy House for Christmas gift giving, 1301 South King.
And he sends it back deep, waiting for R.A. Coppage kickoff. 17-0, the Hawaiians on top. Cockey sends a low line drive. It is taken by one of the up men, Buckman, at the 20-yard line. The ball bounces. He picks it up. He's up to the 25, spun around and drops at the 31-yard line. Let's pause now for station identification. This is the Coconut Wireless Sports Network.
KGMB Sports. Joe Moore reminding you the University of Hawaii tackles Fresno State Saturday night at 7:05 on KGMB Honolulu Road.
Clayton Heath, who was voted the outstanding special teams player by the Hawaiian players, was in there on the tackle along with Dave Ulrich. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Sun from their 32-yard line. They trail 17-0 with 9 minutes remaining in the first half. And it's been all Hawaiian so far. Terry Lindsay splits to the right, Ike Harris to the left. The back's in the eye. Adams to throw, rolling to his right, tries to set up, going to have to throw on the run, fires, and it's complete. Making the catch is Dave Parks, the tight end. Make that Dave Williams, and he gets down near midfield. 17-yard pickup on the play, and they'll spot the ball just inside the 50 on the Southern California side. Middle linebacker Jim Snidecki on the stop. Ike Harris leaves the ball game for the Sun. And let's see who's in there in place of him. Lindsay is one of the wide receivers. Parks is in there. Keith Denson is in the ball game as the wide receiver. Adams on the give up the middle to Hurd. And he pops through a hole and gets down to the Hawaiian 45, where Levi Stanley brings him down. An important point to consider, Southern California is playing without their top two rushers. Two fine rookies. James McAllister, who is not in uniform tonight, he's got all kinds of problems, a bad knee, a bad ankle, and Kermit Johnson, who has a pinched nerve in his shoulder, neck area. Neither one of them are playing tonight, although Johnson is in uniform. 2nd and 5 for the Sun at the Hawaiian 45-yard line, trailing 17-0. Adams stays on the ground. The give is to Hurd, and he squirms up the middle down to about the 42, where he runs into Ron East. East is a playoff veteran, and he talked about how it feels entering tonight's big ball game.
Tonight's game is as important as any game I've ever played in. Mel and I've played in 9 championship games before this. One was the 1970 Super Bowl, along with 2 other NFL championship games. And we have to prepare a little bit better than we have for most games this season when you start off in the championship games like we are tonight.
Veteran Ron East. Adams on the give to Ralph Nelson, off right tackle. He had some running room, but he lost his footing and fell down at the 36-yard line, but he managed to pick up a first down. Jim Snidecki, the middle linebacker, on the stop. So Tom Fears is shuttling running backs in and out of there. Dave Williams now comes in at wide receiver, as does Ike Harris. Terry Lindsay and Keith Denson go out. 1st and 10 for the Sun at the Hawaiians 38. 17-0. The Hawaiians on top. 6:29 remaining in the half. Williams puts to the right side. Ike Harris to the left. The backs in the eye. Hurd and Nelson. Adams the play fake. Stumbles. Fires off the fingertips of Dave Williams. Incomplete. At the 25-yard line. Defending on the play was Chuck Detweiler. 6-year veteran from Utah State. One of many newcomers who joined the Hawaiians team at about mid-season and really has made a big difference in this club. Detweiler was named hitter of the year by his teammates. He loves to hit. Quite a headhunter. Not particularly big at 6 feet tall and 195, but he really knows how to pop. 2nd down 10 for the Sun at the Hawaiians 38. A man wide to each side, and the backs are split. Adams on the draw. The give is to Hurd, and he runs right into one of his blockers. And he's brought down at the 35. East and Stanley actually made the tackle, but Hurd ran into one of his blockers, Mike Ryan, I believe, a guard. Ryan had turned to face the running back coming through the huddle, which is kind of an odd, or coming through the line, I should say. Kind of an odd maneuver, and he ran right into his arm. 3rd down 6 for the Sun. The ball just inside the Hawaiians' 35-yard line. Clock ticking away with 5:44 remaining in the first half. Dave Williams flanks to the right side, picked up by Otto Brown. Keith Denson back in the ball game, is split left, picked up by Willie Williams. Adams backs into the pocket, looks, fires, and it's caught by Denson. He took a ferocious hit from Willie Williams and is brought down after picking up a first down. I don't know how he managed to hang on to the football, but he did. A fine reception by Denson, running a slant pattern over the middle, a 12-yard pickup. Veteran Willie Williams, a 10-year veteran from Grambling, and on the stop, former 2-time All-Pro with the New York Giants. The ball down at the Hawaiians' 23-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for the Sun. Greg Hurd leads the ball game, and Clay Jeffries comes in at running back. So it's Jeffries and Nelson, the 2 running backs. Neither played college football. Jeffries played at Cerritos Junior College, but that was it. And the give is to Jeffries, busting up the middle. He gets down to the 20, where Ron East brings him down. Hawaiians' front 4 has really come along this year. They've made great strides. And when you look down the roster, that's about the only part of the team that has remained virtually unchanged since training camp. They've gone with Burnham, East, Stanley, and Lorch, and Greg Wojcik in reserve for the whole season. And they've really developed into a fine unit. Pickup of 3 yards at 2nd and 7 for the Sun at the Hawaiians 20. Southern California down by 17 big ones here in the first half with 4 minutes remaining. Denson goes in motion. Adams will throw. Drops into the pocket, looks left, unloads a bomb. Williams goes up, and a good defensive play in the left corner of the end zone by Willie Williams, who tipped the ball away. Had Williams made the reception, I think he would have been out of bounds. A good defensive play by the old pro, Willie Williams. So it'll be 3rd and 7. See if the Hawaiians can hold here. Greg Wojcik checks in on the front four. 6'7", 270 in his 4th year from USC. Played with the Chargers and Rams. Williams to the right. And the back shift out of the eye. Big down for Southern California if they hope to get back in the game. Adams backpedaling, fires, he's hit, and he gets his pass away, but Ike Harris can't catch it at the 16. The ball was thrown low down around Harris' shoe top, and the big guy tried to reach over and get it, but the ball hit the ground. And East hit Adams just as he unloaded the football. So it's been a tough night for Tony Adams. And Rod Garcia, the field goal kicker, comes in. He missed one earlier tonight. This attempt will be from the 27, so it's a 37-yard field goal. And the ball just about straight on. Adams to hold, Garcia to try. The snap, the spot, the kick is up, has the distance, and it is good. Garcia's field goal is good, so a timeout on the field with the score. The Hawaiians 17 and the Sun 3.
Wait till you try our Primo, why you won't believe the taste. It's a taste that'll make Hawaii proud. In the old tradition of great beer making, we take our place. And it's time for us to really shout out loud. Primo's coming on. Primo's here. Brother, you are tasting it till you're tasting Primo beer. Taste what's happening. Primo beer. Brother, you are tasting it till you're tasting Primo beer.
There's something good going on at the Primo Brewery, and it's called Primo Beer. The best tasting, best quality beer ever brewed, and completely brewed right here in the islands. But we can only tell you what's happened to Primo. You've really got to taste what's happened. Primo's coming on.
Primo's coming on. Primo's here. Brother, you are tasting it till you're tasting Primo beer. Taste what's happening. Primo beer. Brother, you are tasting it till you're tasting Primo beer.
Garcia sends a line drive kickoff. It'll be taken by one of the Hawaiians up, and Clayton Heath. He's across the 35, up to the 40, the 45, up to the 50, breaks another tackle, and he's brought down at the Sun 48-yard line. I don't know if that was a bad kick by Garcia, or whether he wanted to try to kick the ball to one of the short men to avoid a long run back. But at any rate, Clayton Heath brought the ball back 27 yards. He was not one of the two deep men. So once again, the Hawaiians with good field position at the Sun 48. The Hawaiians on top 17-3. A 37-yard field goal by Rod Garcia, the only score so far by the Sun. Delaney and Eisenbarger split to the right side. Johnson gives to Al Davis up the middle, finds some running room and fights his way up to the 40. Pick up of about 7 yards. Leading the way for him, center Jim Cadile, and the two guards, John Wilbur and Jeff Seavey. Baker on the stop, along with Jim Price. Gain of 7, it'll be 2nd and 3 for the Hawaiians at the Sun 40. Johnson saunters up to the line of scrimmage, the long, tall Texan, played at Texas A&I. Waiting for the snap. The give is to Clements, and he finds the running difficult. He cracks into the line. It's a couple of yards up to about the 36, where Charles D. Journay, a 270-pound rookie from San Jose State, brings him down. Officials timeout as they bring out the Dickerod for a measurement. 17-3, the Hawaiians on top with 2:55 remaining here in the first half. They stretch it out. The Hawaiians have dominated this half, although Southern California is showing signs of coming to life. Johnson holding up his hands to show how much yardage they need, and really only about 5 or 6 inches. So call it 3rd and 1 for the Hawaiians. They try to keep this drive alive at the Sun 37. Eisenbarger splits to the right side. They'll put a new football in play. Johnson moves up under center. Takes the snap to give up the middle to Clements, who dives forward, and I'm not sure if he got it. He needed very little as he plowed into the pack. at the line of scrimmage, and we'll have to wait and see as they unpile. They may bring out the dicker rod once again. That's what they're going to do. Our latest report on that Florida-Philadelphia game, Florida was leading 18-3 with 2 minutes left in the contest. So it looks like the Blazers will be moving into the semifinal playoff round against Memphis next week. Hawaiians have the first down. So it's 1st and 10 for the Hawaiians at the Sun 37. As we near the 2-minute mark, they'll take a timeout for the 2-minute warning. Eisenbarger flanks to the right side, and they keep Delaney in tight on the left side. The back split behind Randy Johnson. Eisenbarger starts in motion, does a little stutter step. Johnson takes the snap to give us to Al Davis, following John Wilbur. Gets to the corner, and he's brought down at the 35-yard line. Eric Patton, the middle linebacker, on the stop. And that will probably be the last play before the 2-minute warning. A timeout on the field with the score, the Hawaiians 17 and the Sun 3.
The world of numbers confusing you? Hopeko Stationers suggests you let your fingers do your thinking with finely created electronic calculators by Bomar. Engineered to perfection to give you a variety of Bomar calculators to fit your individual pocketbook. So whether it's the family budget, bills to pay, or homework to do, let Bomar be your guide. Come see the Bomar line at Hopeko Stationers.
We're always here when you need us. We're always here when you need us.
How would you like to win a trip to the neighbor islands for the holidays? Compliments of Perry Boy Smorgy. You don't have to buy a thing. Just drop by any one of the 4 Hawaii Perry Boy Smorgies and fill out an entry blank. You could win one of 2 neighbor island trips via Hawaiian Airlines, a Panasonic digital clock radio, Seiko watch, and more prizes, all on display at UCR TV 804 Ke'emoku. The Thanksgiving drawing now at Perry Boys, Kaneohe and Waikiki, and the Outrigger Reef and Coral Seas Hotels.
Down and 8 for the Hawaiians at the Sun 35-yard line. Time was taken for the 2-minute warning here in the first half. The Hawaiians leading 17-3, and they have thoroughly dominated this first half of play. The home folks here in Anaheim have not had much to cheer about. This club has had problems lately. You've probably read about them. The players haven't been paid for a week or so, but they're better off than some of the teams in the league. But the players held a meeting yesterday, the Southern California players, and voted to support the management and coaches and come out and give their best tonight. But they have been slow to get started. 2nd and 8. As Johnson moves up to the line of scrimmage, Randy steps in, takes the snap, play fake, back to throw. Here comes the blitz. In trouble, he's bounced around, and he's going to be sacked way back at the 46-yard line. Gene Howard on a safety blitz led the charge. And it looked like an army roaring in there. Johnson looked like a pinball bouncing around. He was hit 3 or 4 times before he finally went down. An 11-yard loss on the play. It'll be 3rd down 19 for the Hawaiians at the Sun 45-yard line. Brady Richardson comes in at wide receiver, replacing Eisenbarger. Johnson simply did not have time to set up that time. Richardson splits to the right. And Delaney goes wide to the left. Johnson on the ground, gives up the middle to Clayton Heath across the 40, 35, and down to the 32-yard line. Heath on a quick opener up the middle, but he is short of the first down. Good run by Clayton to 14 yards. But it'll be 4th and 5.
4th and 4.
So let's see what the Hawaiians will do as they have the ball at the 31-yard line of Southern California. And Backus, the punter, is in. That would have been a field goal attempt of better than 50 yards, so they're not going to risk it. Backus will be punting. He'll be standing at the Sun 48. Gary takes the snap, and a high rainmaker straight up in the air. And it is taken by Denson, and the flag goes down as he's wrestled down at the 10-yard line. And I think that will be a penalty against the Hawaiians for interference. 17-yard punt by Backus, straight up in the air. It went as high as it did far. That's the call, interference against the Hawaiians, as they did not give Keith Denson enough room. Second interference call on a punt against the Hawaiians. The 15-yarder will be stepped off. to the Sun 29. 41 seconds remaining in the first half. Hawaiians leading 17-3. Getting back to Southern California's attitude coming into this game, Dave Williams, their player representative, said that the team had their best practice in 3 weeks yesterday and getting ready for this game. So the spirit is running high after some problems the last couple of weeks. Adams gives up the middle to Greg Hurd. He punches across the 30. Some of the fans boo as it looks like Southern California is just going to run out the clock. Ron East on the stop defensively. Southern California now takes a timeout with 36 seconds remaining. 17-3, the Hawaiians on top. There have been a lot of boos here in Anaheim Stadium tonight. It certainly does not look like the Southern California team I've seen on 2 previous occasions. Still, they're a big play team that can beat you if they get 1 or 2 opportunities. They're only 14 points back now as we near the end of the first half. We have not seen Kermit Johnson, the fine running back for the Sun, who rushed for over 1,000 yards during the regular season. He's out of action with a pinched nerve. James McAllister, their other top running back, is also out with assorted knee and ankle problems. Maybe Tom Pierce wasn't exaggerating when he said this club is in the worst physical condition of the year. I think a lot of people said, oh, sure, Tom. Felt that he was putting them on, trying to pull a con job, and maybe trying to get the Hawaiians let their guard down a bit. Second down 7 for the Sun at their 32-yard line. 36 seconds left in the half. And everybody out wide. Johnson, short drop back, fires complete to Nelson at the 45. Gets up near midfield. Nelson nearly broke away. As he came out of the backfield to make the catch, good for 18 yards. It'll be 1st and 10 for Southern California. And once again, they take a timeout. Tony Adams goes over to the sideline to talk to his coach, Tom Pierce. There are a couple of movie stars in the ballpark tonight. I'm using that term loosely. Ernie Wheelwright, one of the assistant coaches for the Sun, appeared in the movie The Longest Yard with Burt Reynolds. And for the Hawaiians, John Eisenbarger appeared in a movie called Black Six that starred a number of pro football players, Lem Barney, Carl Eller, to name just a couple. And Eisenbarger played a character by the name of Moose King, a leader of a white rival motorcycle gang. I don't know about Eisenbarger, but I know Ernie Wheelwright is hoping to pursue an acting career. He's been in several movies. Greg Wojcik comes in on defense for the Hawaiians, replacing Levi Stanley at defensive tackle. 30 seconds left in the half. It's 17-3 in favor of the Hawaiians. The winner of this ball game will meet Birmingham next week. Terry Lindsay splits to the right side, as does Ike Harris. Keith Netson to the left side, and Ralph Nelson is a slot back on the left side, so they have 1 setback. Adams, backpedaling, looking, fires to the short man, Jeffries, at the 45, running laterally, still on his feet, and he's shot down at the Hawaiians 47. Fisticuffs break out down on the field. Adrian Young is going at it, along with somebody for Southern California, Paul Seiler, an offensive tackle. And again, Southern California takes a timeout. But we'll stay right here with just 22 seconds left. Proceeds from the playoffs will be put in a pool, and 70% of those proceeds will be turned over to the players on a 60-41 loss basis. In other words, the winners will get 60%, the losers 40%. They're talking to the players. They really feel that they're not going to be playing in the playoffs for a lot of money, because there are so many expenses involved now in keeping the league afloat. And it's amazing when you talk to guys like Corny Johnson, John Wilbur, and others who played in big ball games, in NFL playoff games, in some cases in Super Bowls, they'll tell you that they're just as high for this ball game tonight as they were for any Super Bowl. A lot of pride involved in this game. Second down and 5 for the Sun at the Hawaiians 46 as time is running out here in the first half. 22 seconds left. Adams, the rookie, takes the snap, drops straight back, sets up, plants, fires long. He's got a man open. And a collision at the 25-yard line. The intended receiver was Ike Harris, who's still flat on his back. And he collided with Chuck Detweiler. I told you the Hawaiians had named Detweiler the hitter of the year. That was a perfect instant. Harris is still down. It looked like two airplanes colliding in midair. Harris flat on his back, down at the 22-yard line. Ike is the bigger of the two at 6'5". Detweiler only 6 feet tall. And they really hit. 16 seconds left in the first half. 17-3, the Hawaiians on top. Getting back to the players taking part in the playoffs with not much money at stake, merely pride. Randy Johnson was telling me a cute story. He said that he was talking to his little daughter on the telephone. I believe she lives down in Florida. And she said, "Daddy, are you going to be making lots of money in the playoffs?" And he said, "No, dear, I'm afraid not." And she said, "Well, will you come home if I crack open my piggy bank?" But Randy will be here for a while at least. Ike Harris is still down as they bring him to his feet. And if he's hurt seriously, that will be a costly blow to the Suns. As they have a number of receivers already banged up. Dave Williams is playing with a badly sprained ankle. Dave Parks has a bad back. Harris is being helped off the field. The big rookie from Iowa State, who was an all Big 8 selection 3 years in a row. Third down 5 for the Suns at the Hawaiians 46, 16 seconds left in the half. Dave Williams twists to the right. Keith Denson to the left. Nelson is in the slot left. Adams will throw. Back he goes. Steps up in the pocket looking to throw. Unloads a bomb. Denson is open. He's got it for a touchdown. With 9 seconds left in the half, a bomb from Tony Adams to Keith Denson. He spikes the ball in the end zone. Well, the Sun now creeping closer. It's 17-10. I mentioned this team is explosive. They can beat you with a big play. Adams to Denson. A 46-yard touchdown pass. And it's 17-10. And that brings the Sun fans to their feet. They've had very little to cheer about here in the first half, and quickly things have changed. It was 17-0, now it's 17-10. Southern California will go for the action point from the 2.5-yard line. They send Dave Williams wide right. Bradley is in at tight end. Jeffries and Nelson, the running backs, behind Adams. Adams will throw, rolling to his right, fires and caught by Jeffries for the action point. Jeffries swinging out of the backfield. Adams rolling to his right, found him in the right corner of the end zone. So it's 17-11. The Hawaiians on top with 9 seconds remaining in the first half. And after being dormant for most of 2 quarters, Southern California has come alive here in the closing seconds. 6-point ball game. Just as it looks, the Hawaiians will blow the Sun right off the field. Rod Garcia teeing up the football at the Sun 30. You can hear some whistling and shouting around the ballpark. Dropping back deep for the Hawaiians, Bernie O'Leary and Grady Richardson. O'Leary on the near side, Richardson on the far side. And Garcia will kick off. Let's see what kind of kick he chooses to use this time. Tried his squib kick the last time. A high, short kick. Brady Richardson will take it at the 18. Up to the 20. The 25. He gets to the 30. Spins away, still on his feet, and he's wrestled out of bounds at the 32-yard line. That may be the final play. Clock showing 1 second left. 14-yard return by Richardson. 1 second left in the first half. So let's see what the Hawaiians will do as they have the ball at the Sun 32. See if Johnson simply falls to the ground or if he'll try to get off a play. I would guess, this is only a guess, I've been known to be wrong on my guesses, that he'd simply let the clock run out with only 1 second left rather than risk throwing an interception and having a run back. So let's see if my strategy and Randy's agrees. They give it to Clements up the middle, squirts through a hole and gets down to the 42, and that'll be it as they run out the clock. So there's the guns down at the end of the first half with the score. The Hawaiians 17 and the Southern California Sun 11. 17-11, the Hawaiians leading as we start the second half. After leading 17-0, they saw Southern California score 11 points in the second quarter. Garcia, soccer-style kicker, and he's ready. He moves up to the football. A high end-over-end kick. Richardson takes it at the 11-yard line. To the 15, 20, 25. Looking for blocking. Spun around and dropped at the 30-yard line. As the return was on to the right that time, Richardson brought down at the 30, a 19-yard return. So it'll be first and 10 for the Hawaiians. Johnson has gone all the way at quarterback. Norris Weiss is the only other quarterback in uniform tonight. Ed Hargett did not suit up. Eisenbarger and Delaney split to the right side. Clements and Davis start the second half at running back. Kelsey is the tight end on the left side. Johnson to throw, fires to Delaney. Tim gets a block, turns upfield, and he's brought down to the 35-yard line. A little screen pass to the flanker out to the right side. Got a couple of blockers in front of him and picked up 5 yards. Jim Bright on the stop. Across that offensive line, Corey Johnson and Bob Richards tackle. John Wilbur and Jeff Seeley the guards, and Jim Cadillo is the center. This is probably Cadillo's last year as a pro football player. He retired once before and then came out of retirement to join the Hawaiians. He suffered a number of injuries this year, but has played very well. Second and 6, Clements up the middle. As then he is chopped down and he gets to the 37. Hard hitting by the Sun defense in the second half. Middle linebacker Eric Patton on the stop. Former star at Notre Dame. Eisenbarger comes in. Richardson goes out at wide receiver. Cadillo has suffered a concussion this year. Badly bruised Achilles tendon. He's been pretty well banged up. He was a guard for most of his career until they moved to center. Johnson with a quick drop back, fires, and it's incomplete. Intended for Eisenbarger, running an outsider on the first side. Veteran Rudy Redmond is 6th year for Pacific defending. It'll be 4th and 3, and the punting unit comes on for the Hawaiians. Gary Backus, the punter. So Southern California holds on defense on the first series. And it looks like that big touchdown pass really inspired them. It looks like a different ball club right now. Keith Denson in single safety at the Sun 22. And 2 men in front of him. Backus will be kicking from his 22-yard line. The snap, very little pressure, and Backus gets it away. A short kick, a wobbly spiral that hits at the 35. Denson picks it up. He dances up to the 30, and he's knocked down at the 32. Gary Backus, the punter, the man who made the tackle that time. A 34-yard punt. And the ball at the 31-yard line. Make it the 32 of Southern California. They trail 17-11. Steve Salverson was also down there on the tackle. Adams brings his team up to the line of scrimmage. Ralph Nelson and Greg Hurd are the running backs. Ike Harris is evidently okay. He was banged up earlier. He's out wide to the left. The give to Nelson, and he runs up the back of one of his blockers as he crosses the 35. Levi Stanley on the stop. Nelson trips over the feet of Joe Carollo, but still managed to pick up 4 yards to the 36-yard line. Second down and 6. Opening moments of the second half of play, the Hawaiians leading 17-11. Southern California, the Western Division winner, and the Hawaiians finishing a distant second in the standing. Lindsey and Harris split to the right side this time. Adams on the give to Greg Hurd. And Ron East grabs him by the ankle and drags him down. He's hung on for a ride of about 2 yards. Pick up a 3 by Hurd, a 240-pound rookie. And still, Southern California has not used Kermit Johnson, their leading rusher. He was expected to play tonight. In fact, they tell me he's not even in uniform. They said earlier in the day he hoped to be playing. So, the Sun playing without their top 2 rushers, the Blair pair, Johnson and McAllister. Now a mix-up of some kind. Adams turns to say something to the official. I think he wants a new football. They're going to put one in play. The reason they call McAllister and Johnson the Blair pair because they played at Blair High School together. In fact, they played football together since the 4th grade. And they're both on the sidelines together tonight. 3rd and 3 for the Sun. They give up the middle. Ralph Nelson, a big pull, and he rips up to the 47-yard line. Nelson on the carry, brought down by Gary Backus. Pickup of 10 yards on the play. Nelson with good acceleration. He has no college experience. Attended Centennial High School in Los Angeles. He was signed following a tryout camp. He's just 20 years of age. Hawaiians made an attempt to acquire Nelson in a trade earlier this year, but Southern California said no go. 1st and 10 for the Sun. Adams, play fake, back to throw, pumps, looks, unloads it long. He hangs it up for Harris, and it's incomplete, down at the 15-yard line. Harris was well covered. Andre and Detweiler both back there. So it's an incomplete pass. Adams, the leading passer in the league. Set all kinds of passing records in Utah State. Once completed 31 passes in a single game. And in his senior year at Utah State, he was ranked 3rd in the nation in passing and 2nd in total offense. Terry Lindsay flanks out to the right side. And to the left side is Keith Denson. Adams backs into the pocket, looks, fires, and it's off the hands of Greg Hurd in midfield. Ray Hester covering. Interesting story tonight. You've heard the Southern California team has problems. Try this one on for size. We're talking about Johnson and McAllister not playing. The Sun officials have no idea where Johnson, McAllister, or the fine offensive lineman Booker Brown are. Brown was not injured. So, some funny business at hand of some sort. Booker Brown, James McAllister, and Kermit Johnson nowhere to be found tonight. 3rd and 10 for the Sun, trailing 17-11. Adams to throw. Back he goes, sets at the 40, fires, and it's caught at the 35-yard line by Keith Denson, running a slant over the middle, and he has a first down. Middle linebacker Jim Snidecki on the stop for the Hawaiians. So Southern California continues to move. You might recall when Southern California first went in business, they signed Johnson, McAllister, and Brown, and the triple signing that really got the team in parts of the league off the ground. All 3 of them were sure to be first-round draft choices in the NFL. So I doubt if we'll be able to find out tonight where they are, but it sounds like there's trouble in Sunland. 1st and 10 for the Sun at the Hawaiians' 33-yard line. Adams on the give to Ralph Nelson off left tackle. The flag is thrown as Nelson is spun over backwards and dropped. Pickup of about 2 yards. Jim Snidecki, the middle linebacker on the stop. And Greg Wojcik. Illegal procedure is the call against the Sun. So that will cost them 5 yards. 10:42 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. The Hawaiians leading 17-11. Hawaiians with a touchdown in the opening quarter. A touchdown and a field goal in the 2nd quarter. And Southern California scoring all of their points in the 2nd quarter. 5-yard penalty against the Sun. Back to the Hawaiians 39, where it'll be 1st and 15. Terry Lindsay in at wide receiver in place of Dave Williams, who's playing with a sprained ankle tonight. He and Keith Denson flank to the right side. Tight end Dave Parks split out about 3 yards on the left side. Hurd and Nelson, the running back. Adams will throw. Back into the pocket. Here comes a big rush. He dumps it to the short man, Hurd. He knocks it on the tackle at the 35, the 30, 45, down to the 22-yard line. First down, Southern California. Chuck Detweiler bringing Hurd down. Adams was in a lot of trouble as he dumped the ball off to the short man, Greg Hurd. Hurd did the rest by himself. Looked like a buffalo on the loose as he bounced off tacklers and rambled down to the 21-yard line where it's 1st and 10. Hurd leads the ball game. And it's Nelson and Clay Jeffries, the running back. Harris and Lindsay split to the left side. Southern California with a drive going. The pitch to Nelson, sweeping the left side, following Jeffries, and he is ridden out of bounds about the line of scrimmage. Good defensive play by Willie Williams, the veteran cornerback coming up. Adams tonight has completed 10 out of 18 passes for 174 yards for the Sun. Keith Denson checks back in, and Ike Harris goes out. Harris had to be helped off the field the first half after being hit by Chuck Detweiler. 9:50 remaining in the third quarter, 17-11. The Hawaiians on top as Lindsay splits to the left, Keith Denson to the right. The cornerbacks drop off to cover those two. Nelson and Jeffries are split behind Adams. Adams with a deep drop back, now rolling to his right, being chased, fires it, nobody near the football. An incomplete pass, and no question about that. Otto Brown is screaming for intentional grounding. Who knows who the intended receiver was? Chuck Detweiler of the Hawaiians is the nearest man to it. Adams was under heavy pressure, 3 men chasing him. Now it'll be third down and 10 for the Sun. At the 22-yard line of the Hawaiians, Greg Wojcik comes in, and Rich Watkins, who was in there for that play, goes out at defensive end. Third and 10. Sun down by 6 points after trailing by 17. The movement on the line, the flags go flying. Adams fires, the pass is tipped, and it falls incomplete. But it looked like Levi Stanley, the right defensive tackle, was offsides for the Hawaiians. Looks like Levi was a little bit too quick in his movement. That's the call. So that will cost the Hawaiians 5 yards. And that will give Southern California the ball at the 16-yard line of the Hawaiians. It'll be third and 5. That's definitely very costly. The animated scoreboard flashing go, go, go as Southern California tries to continue this drive. Dave Williams back in the game. Flips out to the right. Ike Harris flanks to the left side. Hurd is back in and running back along with Ralph Nelson. Adams with a short drop back. Here comes the pressure, and he's sacked by East. Nobody blocked East, and Ron buried Adams back at the 26-yard line. Adams throws the football down in disgust, turns to his lineman and says, "Who missed an assignment?" Somebody let East through there that time. That brings up a 4th and 15 situation. The ball at the 25-yard line. Rod Garcia, the field goal kicker, will be kicking in the dirt portion of the baseball infield. Actually, he's kicking from second base. It'll be a 42-yard field goal attempt. The ball will be spotted down at the 32 and the goalpost 10 yards deep. So a 42-yard attempt by Garcia. The snap, the spot by Adams. The kick is up, and it is good. A 42-yard field goal that barely made it over the crossbar. And so a timeout on the field with the score. The Hawaiians 17 and the Sun 14.
When you try our Primo, why you won't believe the taste. It's a taste that'll make Hawaii proud. In the old tradition of great beer making, we take our place, and it's time for us to really shout out loud. Primo's coming on. Primo's here. Brother, you are tasting it till you're tasting Primo beer. Taste what's happening. Primo beer. Brother, you are tasting it till you're tasting Primo beer. Got a brand new brew house, a lot of changes made, and the flavors that'll put us right on top. With pure Hawaiian water, we'll make it taste just right. We're on our way and we aren't gonna stop. Primo's coming on. Primo's here. Brother, you are tasting it till you're tasting Primo beer. Taste what's happening. Primo beer. Brother, you are tasting it till you're tasting Primo beer.
Rod Garcia set to kick off following a 42-yard field goal. A high, short, end-over-end kick. Richardson will field it to the 15. Running laterally to the right side. Gets to the 20, has some blocking. Gets to the 25, tries to cut back. Bounces off a man, still on his feet, but going nowhere. And he's dropped at the 29-yard line. Richardson stood in one spot and fought off about 3 tacklers before they finally snowed him under. A 12-yard return by Richardson. So after leading 17-0, the Hawaiians now find themselves leading by just 3 points, 17-14, with 9:55 left in the third quarter. So let's see if Johnson and company can go back to work. Delaney and Eisenbarger split to the left. Davis and Clements to the running back. Johnson on the give to Vin Clements up the middle, and he gets about 3 yards. He crosses the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Dave Roller on the stop defensively. When you talk about candidates for the All-League team or All-WFL team, Dave Roller certainly has to merit some serious consideration. 6'2", 272 in his second year from Kentucky. Played with the New York Giants and also played up in Canada with the Hamilton Tiger Cats. He's become a real favorite here in Anaheim. 2nd and 6 for the Hawaiians as Richardson goes in motion to the far side. Johnson gives to Al Davis, sweeping the left side, has Jeff Seavey in front of him, cuts back across the 35 up to the 40, and he has the first down at the 42-yard line. Dave Roller coming across the field to make the tackle. Let's pause now for station identification. This is the Coconut Wireless Sports Network.
KGMB Sports. Joe Moore reminding you the University of Hawaii tackles Fresno State Saturday night at 7:05 on KGMB Honolulu.
Pickup of 10 yards. Clayton Heath checks in at running back. It's 1st and 10 for the Hawaiians at their 42-yard line, leading 17-14. Johnson will throw. Play fake, back to throw, pump, work, being chased, he'll have to run. Across the 40, the 45, and he takes a dive and goes down at the 47. Randy looking for a nice soft place to hide. Jim Baker fell on him. Pickup of about 6 yards. Johnson is not one of your better running quarterbacks. He ran out of necessity that time. Ernie O'Leary replaces Al Davis at running back. Davis leaves the game with 9 carries for 41 yards. 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and the Hawaiians leading by 3. Johnson sets things up at the Hawaiians' 48-yard line. He sends Eisenbarger in motion to the far side. The give is to O'Leary. Flips the tackle, gets across midfield, runs over another man, and fights his way down to the 42. First down, Hawaiian. And that was the Ernie O'Leary of old. Jumped right on the stop, and he lays out a tackler. O'Leary does. Jim Baker's slow to get up, and O'Leary leaves the ball game. The job done. Al Davis comes in. It's a day's work for Ernie. First down and 10 for the Hawaiians at the Sun 42. Eisenbarger left and Delaney right. Johnson back into the pocket, sets up, looks long, fires. Delaney fell down, the pass is intercepted. And now they say incomplete pass. Delaney, the intended receiver, tried to make a cut and fell down. And it looked like Jim Bowman nearly picked it off. But he couldn't hang on to the football. Jim Bright, that was. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Hawaiians at the Sun 42. Johnson now has hit on 8 of 17 passes for 94 yards. They have double wide receivers to the left in Delaney and Richardson. Johnson on the give to Clayton Heath up the middle, has some running room, and gets inside the 35 to about the 33. Heath popping through a hole. Cleveland Bam, the left linebacker, on the stop. Hawaiians have had pretty good success running straight up the gut against the Sun. They've got some good blockers up there with Cadile, Seavey, and Wilbur, as well as Johnson and Richardson to tackle. 3rd down and a long 1 yard for the Hawaiians. The Sun 33. A man wide to each side as Johnson steps up. Randy takes the snap, he'll throw, fires for Eisenbarger. John has the first down with room to spare as he dances out at the 28-yard line. Eisenbarger running a sideline pattern in front of rookie Durwood Keaton. Keaton played with Gary Backus of the Hawaiians at Oklahoma. And both were all Big 8 selections. Another member of that team, Lucius Selman, is also in the playoffs. He plays with the Memphis Southmen, defensive lineman. First and 10 for the Hawaiians at the Sun 28. Hawaiians leading 17-14. 5.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. From Anaheim Stadium. Johnson back straight into the pocket. Looks, pumps, fires left. Caught by Delaney for a first down. And he's wrestled down at the 17-yard line. Gene Howard on the tackle. 13 yards. Johnson is an incredible passer. When he's hot, that's the old saying, when you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not. But when Johnson gets on one of those streaks and starts working the sidelines, the right side, the left side, back to the right side, he'll pick you apart. And that's what he's doing right now. First and 10 for the Hawaiians, the Sun 14. Johnson now has hit on 10 of 19 for 112 yards. They keep Delaney in tight on the right side, and send Richardson to the left. They give up the middle to Al Davis. And he gets to about the 13 or 14 before Charles C. Journay brings him down. Pickup of 2 yards. Richardson goes out. John Eisenbarger comes in. Defensively, John Hoffman and Neil Scarron at the end. Charles C. Journay and Dave Roller the tackles. Jim Baker, Eric Patton, and Cleveland Band the linebackers. Jack Connors and Rudy Redmond at the corners, and Derwood Keaton and Jim Bright are the safeties. 2nd and 8 for the Hawaiians at the Sun 13-yard line. Eisenbarger starts in motion to the near side. Johnson backpedals, fires, wide open. Down at the 5-yard line is the tight end, John Kelsey, and John nearly fights his way into the end zone. Kelsey was the short receiver as they sent Eisenbarger and Delaney long. Kelsey running a little comeback pattern, took the grab at took the catch to 5 and took it down to about the 2, actually inside the 2, the 1.5. Kelsey having a big night with 5 receptions for 67 yards. 17-14, the Hawaiians leading and threatening to score again with 3:39 left in the third quarter. Richardson slips to the right. Johnson with a long count and a mix-up in the backfield. Jeff Seavey, the pulling guard, pulled about 2 seconds too soon and ran right over Randy Johnson. It'll be a legal procedure against the Hawaiians. Oh, brother. Seavey ran right into Johnson. Jeff was the guard on the left side. And he jumped the gun. Now they're going to take Seavey out of there and bring in Richard Cheek, who brings with him a play. The penalty puts the Hawaiians back at the 7-yard line. It'll be first and goal. A costly mistake by the rookie. Delaney puts out to the right side and now moves in tight. Richardson is flank left. Long count by Johnson. Grady Richardson goes in motion. Johnson to give to Al Davis. Fights his way inside the 5, down to about the 2.5. Davis following the blocking of Richard Cheek and Corny Johnson. Journay and Roller in on the stop. John Eisenbarger comes in. And they take out the tight end, John Kelsey. So it'll be 2nd and goal to go. See if Richardson is. I don't believe the Hawaiians have a tight end in there right now. They are going. Well, Richardson will move to tight end. Eisenbarger splits to the right and comes in motion. Johnson, the give to Al Davis following Vinnie Clements, fights down near the end zone. He is in for a touchdown. Davis, touchdown for the Hawaiians. And it's 24-14. That score came with 2:41 remaining in the third quarter. Al Davis' 2nd touchdown of the night. He had one in the first quarter. This time Al rambles over from about 2.5 yards out to touchdown. Tonight he has 13 carries for 50 yards, then a pair of touchdowns. Not a bad evening so far. Weiss comes in at quarterback on the action point attempt. Long count by Weiss. Eisenbarger goes in motion. Weiss rolling to his right, looking to run, no doubt about it. He tries to get to the corner. He's in for the action point. So a timeout on the field with the score, the Hawaiians 25 and the Sun 14.
Only once at these prices and only at ARA George Corporation. AM car radios installed with antenna and speakers, all for only $27 complete. AM FM only $77.03. Remember, installation, antenna, and speakers included in the price. AM FM stereo with an 8-track stereo player at only $129.42. Use your charge card, but do it now. ARA George Corporation, 648 Keomoka Street, a block Mauka of Alamoana Center. Perry Boy Smorgy, home of that good old-fashioned help-yourself buffet, is holding a grand Thanksgiving drawing, and you could be a winner. There's no purchase necessary, and you could win one of 2 trips to the neighbor islands, a Panasonic digital clock radio, Seiko watch, or a dozen other prizes, all on display at UCR TV, 804 KEMOKU. Just drop by any one of the 4 Hawaii Perry Boy Smorgy locations in the Kaneohe Bay Shopping Center or in Waikiki at the Outrigger Reef and Coral Seas Hotels.
Copies ready to kick off as the Hawaiians lead 25-14. Eric Johnson and Keith Denson are deep for the Sun. Copies sends a low line drive kick. Fielded and fumbled by Denson at the 20. Picks it up to 22, up to the 25, the 30, 35. He gets to the right sideline and again goes out of bounds. Ran out of bounds at the 44-yard line. For the second time tonight, Denson did not turn upfield and try to challenge any of the tacklers. When he saw that he was in trouble, he simply went out of bounds. A 22-yard return. That last scoring drive by the Hawaiians consumed 6 minutes and 14 seconds as they ate up most of the third quarter. 2:32 remaining in the quarter. Both starting quarterbacks have gone all the way. Tony Adams for the Sun. Randy Johnson for the Hawaiians. Lindsey and Harris split to the left. Adams back to throw, sets up, looks, fires over the middle, caught by Lindsey, and he's knocked down at the 44-yard line. Inside Decky. Lindsey following a 15-yard pickup. Good for a first down. So Adams comes right back. Denton comes in. Harris goes down a wide receiver. Well, I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast that we'd be seeing a lot of passing tonight. The 2 quarterbacks certainly haven't disappointed us. First and 10 for the Sun at the Hawaiian 42. Double wide receivers to the left, and Lindsey and Denson. Adams gives to Ralph Nelson, following Greg Hurd over left tackle. Gets across the 35 and stumbles and goes down at the 32. 9-yard pickup, Willie Williams on the stop. Couple of times tonight, looked like Nelson was going to pick up sizable yardage. And then stumbled as he broke into the clear. They'll bring the dicker rod out for a measurement. Nelson is going to be a fine running back before his career is finished. Keep in mind, he's just 20 years of age. What a future he's got. You have to wonder how some college didn't pick him up. Not play college football, nor did Willie Spencer. Memphis Southman, the leading scorer in the league. Nelson with 13 carries tonight for 39 yards. Spencer played in football country, Massillon, Ohio, and did not go on to college. I can't believe this. A lot of the Sun fans are leaving. We're in the third quarter with 1:39 left, and they're down by just 11 points. A lot of the fans are leaving. They're going for the exit. Second down, 1 for the Sun. Adams takes the snap, gives to Hurd, who shoots on the starting block and gets across the 30 down to the 27. He has the first down. This is almost unbelievable. Well, it looks like they're not actually leaving. It's raining, so they're hiding from the rain. This is nothing compared to the rain in Hawaii. This isn't rain. This is mere sprinkles. Winter mist. First and 10 for the Sun at the Hawaiian 28-yard line. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Denson splits to the left. Adams, the play fake. Back to throw. Backpedaling, rolling left. Looking, fires for Denson. Incomplete. Down at the 5-yard line. And Denson was well covered by Willie Williams and Chuck Detweiler, a couple of former NFLers. Detweiler, who played with the Packers, the Chargers, the Cardinals. And Williams, who spent 10 years with the New York Giants. 43 seconds left in the third quarter, and the Hawaiians leading 25-14. You almost have to squint to see the rain. That's how light it is. But these fans are scurrying for cover as if it was a downpour. These Southern Californians, I don't know. Second down 10 for the Sun. Adams gives to the second man through Nelson, and he runs into Snidecki, and then everybody jumps on the pile. Adrian Young was warned by his teammates. Young came running from about 10 yards away and tried to jump on the pile, and some of his teammates are warning him that might cost him 15 yards for piling on. No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10. 20 seconds left in the quarter. That may be the final play. Hawaiians out front by 11. Their biggest lead tonight was 17 points. Terry Lindsay splits to the right side. Keith Denson to the left. The back shift out of the eye. Hurd and Nelson. Adams will throw. Drop straight back. Rook's in trouble, and he is sacked. They get him around the neck and spin him down at the 41-yard line. See who gets up off the pile. Levi Stanley sacking Adams. And there's the gun sounding the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, the Hawaiians 25 and the Sun 14. We start the 4th quarter of play with Southern California punting. Norm Hanlon will be standing at his 47-yard line. Mosley and Williams back deep for the Hawaiians, waiting at the 10. Hanlon takes a wobbly snap and puts it up. Going for the left corner. Mosley fakes a run back, lets the ball roll over his head into the end zone for a touchback. Hawaiians have a rule, and that is that if the ball is going to hit inside the 10, then let it go. Let it roll into the end zone. They'll fake a run back. So it's 1st and 10 for the Hawaiians at their 20-yard line. They lead 25-14. Al Davis with 2 touchdown runs tonight. Randy Johnson having another big night in the passing department. On the other hand, Tony Adams has been sacked 4 times for a total of 44 yards tonight. The front 4 has really gotten to him. Johnson sends Eisenbarger in motion. The give up the middle is to Ernie O'Leary, and he ran into John Wilbur, one of his blockers, as he was brought down at the 22. The attendance tonight, paid attendance, 11,430. And I have to say that's a little bit disappointing as far as the Southern California people are concerned. 11,430. Richardson and Delaney split to the left side. O'Leary and Clements are the running backs. Johnson gives to Vin Clements, busting up the middle, following the block of Jim Cadillo, and he fights his way down to the 25-yard line. In evaluating that attendance figure, you have to keep in mind the problem the league and this team has had in the last week or so. They didn't even know if there would be a ball game, or for sure where it would be. So they've had less than a week to try to sell tickets. And a lot of the newspapers here in the Los Angeles area were saying that the game was on Wednesday night and not tonight, Thursday night. So they've had problems. 3rd down 5 for the Hawaiians as Johnson goes back to throw. Here comes the rush. He fires and it's caught by the tight end John Kelsey, running a slant over the middle, and he gets down to the 38-yard line where Jim Bright brings him down. Kelsey coming up with another big catch. And again, the rush was on that time. That gives the Hawaiians a 1st down. Kelsey with 6 receptions tonight for 81 yards. Normally you count on your tight end for a lot of blocking and 2 or 3 receptions, but John is getting free tonight. 13 minutes remaining in the game, 25-14 Hawaiians. Johnson gives to Clayton Heath, sweeping the left side, off the 40, and he is chased out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Gene Howard running him out. 5-yard pickup for Heath, the rookie from Wake Forest. So Mike Giddings has used all but Derek Williams tonight at running back. O'Leary, Davis, Clements, and Heath have all played. Heath looks like quite a prospect. He was cut by the Chicago Fire early in the year. Has not played much except for special teams with the Hawaiians, but has shown sparks of brilliance. Had a touchdown run last week of some 20 yards against Portland. quite an effort by Clayton. To give up the middle is to Heath again, and he's stacked up at the 45 as he runs into the center of that defensive line. 270-pound Dave Roller and 270-pound Charles DeJournay. Relatively young front four for Southern California. Scarron and DeJournay are rookies. Roller is in his second year, and John Hoffman is a 5-year veteran. Third down 4 for the Hawaiians at their 45. The clock rolling with 12:25 remaining. Delaney splits to the left, Eisenbarger to the right. Johnson fires, and it's caught by Delaney trying to shake free of a tackler, and he can't do it. Delaney made the catch, but it's good for no gain or perhaps a yard. Gene Howard on the stop. That'll bring up 4th down, and the Hawaiians will have to kick the ball away. Sun fans applauding the defensive efforts of their team. Although Southern California is trailing by 11, this is a very explosive team, as the Hawaiians found out in the first half. They can come from behind and beat you with the big play. With Adams at quarterback, they're always capable of throwing that long bomb. Backus will punt, Keith Denson in single safety at the Sun 17. Backus will be kicking from his 31-yard line. Levi Stanley in the center of the ball. Backus takes it. A wobbly spiral that hangs up. Denson will field it at the 18. Running laterally, giving ground, bounces off a tackler. He's to the 15, the 20, the 25, up to the 30, and he runs out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Chased out by Dave Ulrich. 13-yard return by Denson following a 35-yard punt by Gary Backus. Now a timeout on the field with the score, the Hawaiians 25 and the Suns 14.
The time is ripe if you're the type, and this ain't no hype. The Bachelor's free for you and me. Come and see one of the swingin'est places in town. All day Sundays, Ladies' Day, with happy hour prices all day long for you sweethearts. And live music to set your little feet to tapping. The Bachelor's free, now open for lunch from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. They stay open till 2 a.m. Come on in to the Bachelor's free, air-conditioned, comfortable, relaxing atmosphere. The Bachelor's free, the place to be on Kapiolani, across from the Toho Theater.
Wholesale Kelly Blue Book prices. That's right. At Datsun of Hawaii, we're pricing a large number of our used cars at Wholesale Kelly Blue Book prices. It's the Blue Tank clearance sale. Come in to any Datsun of Hawaii location and take your pick. All the cars that have the giant blue tag are priced at the current Wholesale Kelly Blue Book price. It's for a limited time only, so don't delay. Our used car locations are at 650 Kapiolani Boulevard in Kailua, Waipahu, and Wahiawa, at the airport or in Lihue.
First and 10 for the Sun at their 30-yard line, trailing 25 to 14, with 11:16 remaining in the ball game. And Adams will have to play catch-up football. He gives to Greg Hurd, busting off right tackle, and he's wrestled down by Adrian Young at the 34-yard line. The Sun player is down. That is Tony Adams rolling around in the dust and holding his ankle. He's got one hand on his ankle and one on his knee. He is hurt. So the officials will take a timeout. Timeout on the field with the score. The Hawaiians 25 and the Sun 14.
Just wait till you try our Primo. Why, you won't believe the taste. It's a taste that'll make Hawaii proud. In the old tradition of great beer making, we take our place. And it's time for us to really shout out loud. Primo's coming on. Primo's here. Brother, you aren't tasting it till you're tasting Primo beer. Got a brand new brew house, a lot of changes made, and a flavor that'll put us right on top. With pure Hawaiian water, we'll make it taste just right. We're on our way and we aren't gonna stop. Taste what's happening, Primo beer. Brother, you aren't tasting it till you're tasting Primo beer.
Bill Proctor back at Anaheim Stadium in Anaheim, California, with 10:54 remaining in the game, and the Hawaiians leading the Sun 25 to 14. Gary Valbuena, a rookie from Tennessee, has replaced the injured Tony Adams at quarterback. And Valbuena will throw, or try to throw, but Lem Burnham sacked him. As Burnham gives him a playful tap on the behind. Levi Stanley also in there. 6-yard loss on the play. So a rude welcome extended to Gary Valbuena as Adams helped off the field. Looked like he had an ankle injury. And Valbuena, 6'3", 206, the rookie from Tennessee, is in there. It'll be 3rd down and 10 now for the Suns, with 10:10 remaining in the game. The league's leading passer now on the sideline, Tony Adams. Lindsey splits to the right. Ike Harris to the left. Jeffries and Nelson are the running backs behind Gary Valbuena. Valbuena to throw. Back he goes. Here comes the rush again. He fires in a hurry and it's picked off. Intercepted by Otto Brown. Brown at the 25 and chopped down at the Suns 24-yard line. Valbuena had to hurry that pass as he got the big rush up front from Len Burnham. Otto Brown intercepted and brought it back 15 yards to the Sun 24. And with that interception, a lot of the Sun rooters start to head for the exit. Most of those that got up earlier weren't leaving. They were simply trying to find a dry spot here at Anaheim Stadium. There are many of those tonight. 1st and 10 for the Hawaiians at the Sun 24. Delaney splits to the left. Eisenbarger to the right. O'Leary and Clements the running back. Johnson rolls right, fires for Eisenbarger. He has it. He's in for a touchdown. A great catch by Eisenbarger. But we have a flag on the play. Johnson lofted the ball on a corner pattern for Eisenbarger. John spun around, made the catch, but the touchdown will not count. A holding penalty against the Hawaiians. So a fine reception by Eisenbarger for an apparent touchdown. He's wiped out by a holding penalty. And that will cost them 10 yards. It will also cost them 7 points. The penalty stepped off to the Sun 35, and it will be 1st and 20. 9:40 left in the game. The Hawaiians leading 25-14. It was 17-11 in favor of the Hawaiians at halftime. See if Johnson goes back to the well. Delaney left, Eisenbarger right. O'Leary moves over a couple of steps behind Johnson. Here comes the rush and the lineman. Roller busts in to say hello to Randy Johnson, and the flags go flying. Offsides against the Sun. So we'll go 5 yards the other way. Roller and Johnson were teammates with the New York Giants. You might recall, those of you who saw the last meeting between these teams at Honolulu Stadium, Roller blindsided Randy Johnson in that ball game, and I wasn't sure Randy would get up. But I asked Randy about that, and he said, well, Dave Roller told me before the ball game that he was going to stop by and say hello. 1st and 15. They fake a blitz. The give is to Heath. Heath is in trouble. He's dropped for a loss. Not only did they fake the blitz, they came with the blitz. And Heath ran right into it as he was knocked down at the 34-yard line. A loss of 3. DeJournay, Roller, and Baker all in on the stop. Substitution on defense. Cleveland Van comes in, replacing Jim Buckman. Van, a rookie from Oklahoma State. 2nd and 19 for the Hawaiians at the Sun 33. 9 minutes left in the game. Johnson will go to the air. Back he goes. Fires rolling for Kelsey. And Kelsey was open, but a great play by Gene Howard, who cut in front of Kelsey and tipped the ball away at the 13-yard line. That pass had touchdown written all over it as Kelsey was open, but Howard reached out and flicked it away. Howard, a 6-year veteran from Langston University, played with the Saints and the Rams in the NFL. It'll be 3rd and 19. The ball at the Sun 33. Eisenbarger splits to the left, picked up by Rudy Redmond. Tim Delaney to the right, picked up by Jim Bowman. Eisenbarger starts in motion to the near side. They give it to O'Leary, and he's wrestled down by Roller back at the 39. Now Roller fought through the interference and dropped O'Leary for a loss of about 5 yards. Good quickness by Roller. You see signs around the stadium, rock 'em roller, and go get 'em Dave. Popular figure here in Anaheim Stadium. 4th and 25 for the Hawaiians. Backus will punt. Keith Denson waiting for it at the 10-yard line, and Backus will try a coffin corner shot as he stands with his 45. Dave Ulrich, the blocker in front of him. Backus takes the snap, hangs it up, going for the left corner. Denson moves over to field it. The ball hits and rolls out of bounds at the 15-yard line. With 9:13 remaining in the quarter, a 23-yard punt by Backus. And now a timeout on the field with the score. The Hawaiians 25 and the Sun 14.
Now, at JB's Discotheque in the Colony Surfeast, it's Southern Flavor. Southern Flavor, a hot 8-piece group, takes the stage nightly except Wednesday, playing the finest dance music in Honolulu. Southern Flavor gets things moving at 9. It plays on through till closing at JB's, so drop by any time and taste Southern Flavor now at JB's Discotheque in the Colony Surfeast. JB's, Hawaii's first real discotheque.
For your Thanksgiving dinner, treat your family to our USDA Grade A Norbest hen turkey with an automatic tender timer at 55 cents a pound, and buy our 48-ounce Springfield salad oil at a low $1.99.
Star Supermarket, where shopping is a pleasure.
Southern California will start to work. 1st to 10 from their own 17-yard line. Gary Valbuena at quarterback, having replaced the injured Tony Adams. Clay Jeffries and Ralph Nelson are the running backs, set in the eye. Valbuena play fake, back to throw, fires complete to Lindsay, and he has a first down at the 34-yard line. Chuck Detweiler making the stop. 17 yards. He gave Lindsay a good shot, but Terry hung on. 17-yard pickup to the 34-yard line of Southern California. And Valbuena can throw that football. He's a big, strong kid. Hasn't played too much. He's only attempted 75 passes coming into this game, completing 39 for 577 yards. Thrown for 6 touchdowns. 1st and 10 for the Sun. Ike Harris goes in motion to the far side. Otto Brown follows him. The give is to Jeffries, off right tackle, and Ron East strikes him down after a gain of just a yard. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Coconut Wireless Sports Network.
KGMB Sports. Joe Moore reminding you the University of Hawaii tackles Fresno State Saturday night at 7:05 on KGMB Honolulu.
7 minutes, 9 seconds remaining in the game, and the Hawaiians leading 25-14. In the first half, it appeared that they would run wild in this ball game as they led 17-0. But the Sun made it 17-11 at halftime. Long count by Valbuena. Back he goes, sets up, pumps, looks, fires long, and it is incomplete. Down at the 30-yard line of the Hawaiians, Willie Williams and Keith Denson running a foot race, but the pass was overthrown. So there you have quite a contrast. The rookie Keith Denson against the 10-year veteran Willie Williams. Williams was released by the New York Giants at the beginning of this year, and as you talk to people around pro football, they'll tell you that it wasn't because Willie was getting older, he's 31, because his legs were going, it was because of his high salary. He was one of the highest paid defensive backs in the National Football League. And he's still got plenty of football left. 3rd down 9 for the Sun at their 34-yard line. Valbuena, play fake, rolls left, reverses, rolls right, fires, screen pass to Nelson. Nelson at the 45, up to the 40, run out of bounds. At the 49-yard line. Good for a first down. Valbuena started to move to the left side, then spun around, rolled to the right, and by then the screen was set up. Ralph Nelson taking it. Jim Snydecki brings it down. Paul Seiler and Kevin Grady out in front leading the way for Nelson. 1st and 10 for the Sun. And they spot the ball at the 47-yard line of the Sun. Thought Nelson got a little further than that. 6:37 left in the game. And the clock is not moving. I assume Nelson was out of time. Valbuena drops straight back, fires in and out of the hands of Jensen. Jensen's slanting over the middle. And he rips his chin strap away in disgust. You talk to wide receivers, they'll tell you that the true test of a pro receiver is his ability to catch the ball over the middle. For those linebackers and defensive backs closing in on him. At that time, Jensen did not come up with a catch. Tim Delaney's a master of making catches like that, heavy traffic, going in over the middle, where he's going to take those severe licks. Second down 10 for the Sun. At their 47, Valbuena will go to the air again. Backs up, being chased, fires on the run, tipped up in the air, and it's intercepted. It's picked off by Adrian Young, trying to stay in bounds, still going. Down to the 20, the 15, and he's down to the 13-yard line. It looked like Young had stepped out of bounds at about the 30. And the Sun players gave up on him, and Adrian took it all the way down to the 13. Let's see if they bring it back. A run back of 41 yards by Adrian Young. Gary Valbuena, the quarterback, and the last man who had a shot at Adrian made the tackle. Strange play as they gave up on Young. He was trying to stay in bounds and was waving one arm to try to balance himself. Looked like a high wire act. But he stayed in and took it down to the 13. First and 10 for the Hawaiians. See if Johnson can strike quickly. Give to O'Leary following John Wilbur. Over the left side, he gets down to about the 11. Dave Roller wrestles it down. Now the fans again start to leave with 6:05 left. Hawaiians on top by 11 points, threatening to bang one over again. The defense tonight has created a lot of opportunities for the Hawaiians. Nidecki was an interception to set up one touchdown. And Adrian Young's theft leading to this drive. Delaney splits to the right. Richardson to the left, and Grady goes in motion. They give us to O'Leary, sweeping the left side. Sheik and Wilbur out in front. And O'Leary gets inside the 10 to the 8 before he's knocked down. Jim Bright, a rookie from UCLA. And again, I can't help but wonder where James McAllister, Kermit Johnson, and Booker Brown are tonight. Three of the key players for Southern California not showing up. We'll try to investigate. We'll call Sherlock Holmes in if we have to find out what's happening. One of my spotters said they aren't being paid. That may be the answer. Johnson lost one, caught by Eisenbarger in the right corner of the end zone. And Eisenbarger now gets into a fight with Jim Bowman. They're slugging it out. Here come players. And the officials are trying to separate them. Bowman is on the back of Eisenbarger. O'Leary's trying to pull Bowman off. Now Bob Richards, the big lineman, comes in. Here come the other players. Now a full-scale sports fest in the right corner of the end zone. Jeff Stevie jumps into it. And they are really going at it. Here comes the rest of the fence. They're slugging it out. And I don't know who can stop this one. Let the players themselves do. About 3 or 4 fights breaking out. They pull Bowman away. There's still a pile up down. John Wilbur gets up off the pile. Mike Giddings is over there. And I'll tell you, they were really going at it for a minute or two. Levi Stanley comes over and says something to Dave Roller of Southern California. Roller lost his helmet in this scuffle. They pick it up and give it back to him. Both benches empty. And it looked like we were going to have a Pier 6 brawl for a minute or two. The touchdown makes it 32-14. Eisenbarger made the catch, and then Bowman kind of pinned him down after making the tackle, and Eisenbarger didn't like that, so those two started in. Then everybody else joined in the fun. 32-14, the Hawaiians on top as order is restored. Players returning to both benches. 4:15 4:53 left in the game, and the Hawaiians will try the action point from the 2.5-yard line. Weiss comes in at quarterback. But a wild fight breaking out in the right corner of the end zone. If those players had not restored order themselves, I'm not sure anyone could have stopped that fight. You get 80 football players going at it full tilt. Take an army to stop them. The ball at the 2.5 for the action point attempt. As the Hawaiians seem to have this one sewed up, but there's still 4:53 left. You could never count a team like the Sun out. Delaney and Eisenbarger split to the left as Weiss waits for the snap. Long count. Eisenbarger goes in motion. Weiss rolling to his left, following the block of CV. He fires, and a diving catch. Delaney made the catch, but he was out of the end zone, out of bounds. The action point failed. The timeout on the field was the score. The Hawaiians 32 and the Sun 14.
Homeowners, how would you like to expand the facilities of your home, perhaps add a lanai, another bedroom, or a carport for that new car? There is an easy, economical way. Get in touch with the folks from Low Budget Homes Incorporated. Low Budget Homes is the Hawaiian Kama'aina firm with 20 years of experience in additions, alterations, and modular home construction. They'll do residential, industrial, and commercial building jobs. So give a call to Low Budget Homes, 2828 Pa'a Street. Phone 833-3031.
Come out to Fisher, Hawaii, next to Gibson, a Puna Pa'a Street store.
Getting ripped off on office furniture and supplies, waiting for mainland back orders? Well, my friend, Fisher Hawaii undersells their competitors by 20, 30, 40, sometimes 50%. And they have $750,000 worth of merchandise in stock right now.
Hey, that merchandise is moving and the prices are down. We got the only authorized supermarket in town. Fisher Hawaii for your office supplies. Right prices, right product, right now.
Takes Coppage kickoff at the goal line. He's out to the 10, the 15, and knocked down at the 18-yard line. And Coppage, although he booted that ball to the end line, did not kick the ball for 40 because there was a 15-yard penalty against Southern California, personal foul following that fight. 18-yard return by Denson. So Southern California was hit with a personal foul penalty following that melee in the end zone. First and 10 for the Sun at their 19-yard line. They trail 32-14. We have 4:43 left in the game. And it looks like the Hawaiians have this one in the bag. Valbuena is still in there at quarterback, replacing Adams, who was injured earlier. Valbuena is going to be sacked. He did not have time to set up and was buried at the 8-yard line by Greg Wojcik and Levi Stanley. 10-yard loss, and Levi helps Valbuena to his feet.
And Levi Stanley on the ball. Second and 20 on the 9.
And Southern California quarterbacks tonight have been sacked 5 times for 54 yards. They got to Tony Adams 6 times, the last meeting between these two clubs. Adams was dumped 6 times by Florida last week, so these Sun quarterbacks have taken a beating in the last couple weeks. Second down 20 for the Sun at their own 9-yard line. Jeffries and Nelson, the running back. Valbuena with a long count, draw play, the give to Nelson, and he's going nowhere. As the Hawaiians diagnosed it perfectly, and they bring Nelson down at the 3. A flag on the play. And the Hawaiians help Nelson to his feet. Offsides against the Hawaiians is the call. 5-yard penalty. Rich Watkins get on the stop along with Levi Stanley. So Watkins is seeing a good deal of action tonight after being out with an injury for most of the year. He played some the last couple of weeks. A rookie from Weber State who had a cup of coffee with the New Orleans Saints a year ago. 4:10 left in the contest. Hawaiians leading by 18. And it's second and 15. Lindsey and Ike Harris split to the right side. Parks, the tight end, on the right side. Valbuena drops straight back, set, fires long, and almost picked off, but it's a flag is thrown. Harris has it. Harris up to the 40, across midfield. field into Hawaiian territory and dragged down to 36. What a strange play that was. And now they're saying an incomplete pass, I believe. The cornerback, Otto Brown, gambled and tried to make the interception. He cut in front of Harris, missed the ball, and Harris made a diving catch and looked for a moment like he trapped the ball. Then he got to his feet and ran down to the 37, a 49-yard pickup on the play. First and 10, Southern California at the Hawaiian 37. Big play for the Sun. Valbuena waits for the snap, spins around, fires, screen pass complete to Denson. Denson looking for blocking, trying to juke for some room, gets up to the 30, and he's run out at the 28. Fine maneuvering by Keith Denson, and he and Willie Williams exchanged words as Willie wrestles him out. That stops the clock with 3:13 left. The ball at the 28-yard line of the Hawaiians. They lead 32-14. Watkins goes out. And Dave Atkinson comes in. Chuck Detweiler goes out. Atkinson, the rookie from BYU, is in the defensive backfield now. We have Wojcik, Stanley, East, and Burnham across the front line. Backus, Nidecki, and Young, the linebackers. Second and 1. Valbuena rolling left, stops, fires, it's caught by Lindsay inside the 15. And he's gang tackled and wrestled back. They'll mark his forward progress at the 15-yard line. Southern California refuses to give up. With 3:05 left, I would say time is probably against them. Rather. But in the first half, they scored in just 36 seconds, so don't count them out. Valbuena's done quite a job taking over for Tony Adams. He's been on 5 of 9 passes for 101 yards. And now we have a face mask penalty against the Hawaiians. They'll pot the ball down to the 10-yard line on the penalty. Personal foul grabbing the face mask. So it's first and goal to go for the Sun at the Hawaiians 10. 3:05 left in the ball game. For the winner, they move on to meet Birmingham next week, and for the loser, it'll be time to pack the bags and go home. Lindsay and Denson split to the left. Valbuena takes the snap, rolling right, has blocking, looking. He may run, trying to get to the outside, and he's knocked down at the 14-yard line. He looked like he wanted to run. Adrian Young and Lem Burnham making the stop. The veteran and the rookie, Young in his 7th year from USC, and Lem Burnham in his 1st year from U.S. International. Young's bounced around the NFL. He's been with the Eagles, the Lions, the Saints, and most recently the Chicago Bears. Second down and goal to go for the Sun at the Hawaiians' 14-yard line. 2.5 minutes left in the game. Valbuena, block straight back, sets up, fires, and it's picked off by Adrian Young, his second interception, and he's wrestled down to 7. And now some late hitting taking part as Lindsay and Andre go at it. Adrian Young playing a great ball game, coming up with a big interception. That should be the final nail in the coffin as far as Southern California is concerned. 2:20 left in the game. Defense has come up with some big plays tonight for the Hawaiians. Think back to the beginning of the year when this is a defense that was riddled by passes. And over the past 10 games, they've been the WFL's best, yielding less than 100 yards per game. First and 10 for the Hawaiians at their 7-yard line following Young's interception. Norris Weiss has replaced Randy Johnson at quarterback. Keith and O'Leary are the running backs. Long count by Weiss. The give to O'Leary follows Clayton Harris up the middle and spins out to about the 7-yard line. 2:12 left in the game. They'll take a timeout for the 2-minute warning. Fans continuing to leave. The WFL season is about to come to a close for the Southern California Sun as they take a timeout for the 2-minute warning, and we'll stay right here. Another WFL playoff game tonight. The Florida Blazers beat the Philadelphia Bell 18-3 down in Orlando. The Blazers will move on to meet the Memphis Southmen next Friday night in Memphis. And the Hawaiians will play the Birmingham Americans next Wednesday in Birmingham. And you'll hear that game on the Super B. Before these playoffs started, Mike Giddings, the Hawaiians coach, said he thought his club could go all the way. He thought they could win it all. And they have taken one giant step toward that goal tonight. A lot of the subs in there now. Let's see if we can pick them up for you. Al Oliver has been a tackle. He was a starter early in the year, but banged up a knee. Weiss is a quarterback. Heath and O'Leary, the running backs. Most of the starting offensive line is still in there. Wilbur, Richards, Corny Johnson, Cadile, Brady Richardson at wide receiver. 2 minutes left in the game. It's 2nd down and 10 for the Hawaiians at their 7-yard line. Richardson splits out to the left. Derek Williams is also in at wide receiver for the first time. He flanks to the right. So the Hawaiians will win the rubber match in the battle between these two clubs. A broken play. Weiss keeps and falls to the ground, and he's knocked down to 5. A loss of a couple on the play. Norris couldn't find anyone to hand off to. And it'll be 3rd and 12. 2 more subs come on for the Hawaiians. And the Sun will take a timeout. Richard Cheek comes in. We have an injured player for the Hawaiians, and this could be a costly injury. Corny Johnson is hurt. He's down on the ground. Richard Cheek trying to help him up, and trainer Link Kimura comes out. Johnson has been a main cog for the Hawaiians. They live in the offensive line. An 8-year veteran from Virginia Union. Played with the Baltimore Colts, where he was a starter, and then was traded to the Redskins. Kind of an interesting story about how Corny ended up with the Hawaiians. They had signed John Wilbur as a future for next year. Wilbur was released by the Washington Redskins this year. And Corny Johnson had a contract dispute with George Allen. And so they released Corny as well, and Wilbur said, look, come to Hawaii, I think you'll like it. Well, Johnson was on his way to the Denver Broncos. He had an offer from them, but decided he'd go with his buddy Wilbur. They're roommates on the road, and they're good friends. And so he ended up in Hawaii. So it was a kind of a double find for the Hawaiians, both excellent offensive linemen. Johnson limps off the field, and hopefully he's okay. He'll leave the game, and Richard Cheek has replaced him. 1:55 left in the ball game. The Hawaiians on top, 32-14. 3rd down, 12. At their own 5. Derek Williams splits left, John Eisenbarger right. Weiss at the controls. Long count by Norris. Eisenbarger goes in motion. Weiss gives Ernie O'Leary following Richard Cheek. He punches out to about the 7 where he's brought down. John Hoffman on the stop, along with Eric Patton. It'll be 4th down, and the Hawaiians will have to kick the ball away. And Southern California takes their final timeout. They will probably come with a big rush and try to block this kick. They're 18 points down with 1:41 left, so really not much left for Southern California. Talking about the strange things that happen and what a small world pro football is. I was having dinner tonight with some of the Hawaiians, and Dave Ulrich was telling me a story. He said, you know, the center for Southern California, backup center, Chuck Bradley, Dave Ulrich was his Babe Ruth League baseball coach, and he said he almost died last week, last time these clubs met, and we looked over and saw Bradley. Coach playing against his old player. Backus hangs up a high, lazy punt taken by Denson in midfield, running laterally, gets a block, tries to cut back, and a flag is thrown. We may have a clip as Denson was buried at the 49-yard line of Southern California. One of the Sun players is very upset. Ken Lee, some of his teammates restraining him, and I think we're going to have a clip against the Sun. 44-yard punt by Backus as he really drove it high. Clipping the call against Southern California. that remain, let loose with a chorus of boos. That's spelled B-O-O. It's B-O-O-C-E. That may be the case, too. 15-yard penalty against the Suns. Back to their 30-yard line. John Mosley comes in a defensive back, replacing Willie Williams, who's played a fine ball game. First and 10 for the Suns. 1:28 left in the Hawaiians. Ready to go into the locker room and celebrate a bit as they've taken a step toward a possible World Football League title. Valbuena takes the snap. Backs, fires as he clobbered, gets it away, and it's incomplete. Valbuena went down again. There's a big pass rush. Levi Stanley getting to it. Rich Watkins also in there. The Hawaiians have really kept the pressure on tonight. Valbuena has completed 5 out of 11 for 101 yards, but he's had 3 intercepted tonight. It said at the beginning of the broadcast the quarterbacks would come out throwing, and that they did. Both Johnson and Adams had good success, but Adams left the game with an injury. That was a key point as far as Southern California is concerned. Ulrich in a middle linebacker. Valbuena in front of the air. Sets at his 20, fires, and it's caught by Clay Jeffries, and he's knocked down at the 38-yard line. Dave Ulrich on the stop. Ulrich, an 8-year veteran from San Francisco. I imagine by now you've heard the story about how Ulrich got started in football. He was dating John Brody's sister, and when he graduated from San Francisco, Brody got Ulrich a tryout with the 49ers. He's been around for 8 years. Valbuena pumps, looks, fires, it's caught. Lindsey has it, spins away from one tackler, pushes forward to the 50-yard line where he's brought down with 50 seconds left. So this one is wrapped up as far as the Hawaiians are concerned. Southern California lining up without a huddle. Terry Eaglin on the stop. Second-year pro from Stephen F. Austin who's in the ball game now. Valbuena drops back, steps up in the pocket, fires to the short man, Jeffries. Jeffries at the 40, trying to get to the outside to stop the clock, and he runs out on the far sideline with 26 seconds left. 14-yard pickup. See if we can pick up some of the new faces in that defensive lineup for you. John Douglas is in. Dave Atkinson is in there. Rich Watkins on the front line. John Mosley. 26 seconds left, and this may very well be the final play of the ball game. Hawaiians leading 32-14. Dave Williams, who's played very little in the second half, limps out to his position, wide to the right. He's been playing with a badly sprained ankle. Now some movement on the front line. The lines collide, and the flags go flying. Levi Stanley was across for the Hawaiians. And he was drawn across. Illegal procedure against Southern California. With 26 seconds left in the game. Getting back to that story about Ulrich, he didn't play college football in San Francisco. They had club football, which is kind of play if you want to. There are very few training rules and that kind of thing, basically for fun. But when Dave got out of school, he didn't know what he wanted to do, and John Brody got him a tryout. Ulrich had some funny things happen to him. He started as a tight end, had one reception which he fumbled. The ball was lost. That was his only reception in pro football. Last year he was traded by the 49ers to the Chicago Bears. If you had to pick a day, Ulrich was traded on April Fool's Day. Valbuena unloads a bomb. He's got a man out there, and it's incomplete. In the end zone, Dave Williams, the intended receiver. But Otto Brown back there with him. Hawaiians in a prevent defense. And that stops the clock with 20 seconds left in the game. It'll be second and 15. Everybody in the ballpark knows what Valbuena will do. There's not much hope left. 32-14 in favor of the Hawaiians. A convincing victory, although at times the momentum shifted back and forth. The Hawaiians jumped out to a 17-0 lead. Southern California came back to make it 17-11 at halftime. Valbuena rolling to his left, fires on the run, and is caught by Denson at the 22-yard line. He has the first down. The clock rolling. Southern California is out of timeout. Mosley making the stop. Time may run out. 4 seconds left. And, well, they had one timeout remaining, evidently. Because Southern California takes the time with 3 seconds left on the clock. And if they can figure out how to put 18 points on the board in 3 seconds, there's just no way. But they would like to get another touchdown and narrow the deficit a bit. So the Hawaiians will move on to meet the Birmingham Americans next week in Birmingham, next Wednesday, the 27th. Birmingham has revenge in mind because the Hawaiians beat them 14-8 at Honolulu Stadium after Birmingham crushed them down in Alabama earlier in the year. Hawaiians really feel they can play with anybody in the league, and they certainly proved that point. You get a different feeling in talking to the players now. At the beginning of the year when they'd go out to face someone, a team composed of rookies, you got the idea that they were kind of frightened at times or were in awe, but now they really feel that they can beat anyone. A lot of confidence on this club. Valbuena will throw. This will be the final play. 2 seconds. He fires. It's caught by Denson, and Denson is wrestled down at the floor as the game comes to an end. So the Southern California drive is ended by the final gun sounding the end of the game. The final score, the Hawaiians 32, the Southern California Suns 14. Stay tuned for Hawaiian football wrap-up.